Matches: Dragon versus Honeybee, Pulse versus Scar, Burrito Voorhees versus Video Games Yo, and Deoxys versus Samij.
I'm literally excited for every single one of those.
Everyone.
But for now, speaking of killers, we have NinjaKilla himself, the master of the online world, making his transition into offline one event at a time. Obviously, Pro Competition winner this year, won DreamHack in a dominant force over SonicFox. And this is his next showing from that tournament to now, and still on the winner's side dominantly.
I spoke with Han Rashid yesterday, and he said that he typically does not look ahead in the bracket. He doesn't really want to know farther in the bracket than the next match, but he's known this match since last night, and I'm sure he's been game planning for it. It's a blue mirror, no surprise here.
We did see Han Rashid pull out Wuxi Legend yesterday as well as an answer to outtake Johnny Cage. He had to play Frosted. So
we got
it's going to be Lohan. Yep.
Okay.
So true mirror in every sense of the word. Now NinjaKilla has typically looked really good in mirror matches.
Yes.
He is considered to be like a true master of Liu Kang, and I feel like to play him in the mirror, almost no one in the scene is going to know as much about his own character, right?
Well, the thing about NinjaKilla is that he is dominant in mirror matches, but he's just dominant in matches. You could take out the word mirror and have just about the same result.
That's true.
And so far he's making that count, as you can see Han Rashid's in the Revenant. Now he does have the corner. See if he can make anything happen with it.
Ooh.
Instant throw escape.
That's the big thing about NinjaKilla. His reactions are almost unrivaled. He's got those young man reactions for sure, but especially if you're looking at just making throw games as part of your...
What a whip. Did you see it back that first? Just outside of that. What knowledge and what expectations?
Now a good first round for NinjaKilla. Keeps the corner. Used all of his offensive bar to get that though. Oh, I love that play from Han Rashid, because that really is going to throw NinjaKilla off the flow.
Okay, not a ton of bar there.
And now NinjaKilla's getting that corner again. You can tell he really does not want to give Han Rashid the space. Oh, wake up buttons. I love that. Seeing that NinjaKilla whiff the OP, yeah.
Couple of bars on this, trying to load up the crushing blow.
Oh, there we go.
No meter on this. Oh, he did get that. All right.
Didn't have the bar to get anything more, but at the same time,
oh my carry! Wow. All of a sudden, after a couple of mids, he nevertheless ducked.
It's hard to do that against Liu Kang as well. Character with that many mids, just holding down is a big decision. That fatal blow is there for Han Rashid. It will do it. Oh, okay. Caught just a preemptive NinjaKilla on the way up of a jump. It's very rare that you see a jump get hit on the way up.
It's actually right on the margins right here. You can see where it started. Is it going to kill? I don't know.
Just enough, just enough.
Oh my God.
I think that may have came down to the little mini game.
I think it was. We did see both a shield and a skull.
That's a good win for Han Rashid though.
Oh yeah.
Lining things up. Loses the fatal blow, but absolutely worth it. Oh, max range anti-air. Good stuff from Han Rashid.
Yeah, surprised to see that jump actually from NinjaKilla at that range. I don't know what he was looking for specifically.
Ooh, the
okay, let's go Han.
Oh, Han Rashid losing a lot of damage there with the crushing blow. Hasn't got much resources to fall back on, but the longer he blocks his pressure, the more it will come back.
There's a lot of advantage frames right there for NinjaKilla.
And now you see, NinjaKilla going for the throw out of the corner now, trying to keep it as hard to break as possible.
Yes.
Ooh, little micro crouch. The counter hit is good. Han Rashid, max range sweep. Wow.
Punish, it's a chance. And he now has the crushing blow loaded. He was making a big read right there.
That would have won the game, actually. He had the bicycle kick crushing blow, so if he got that, he had the bar to launch. Obviously, the good thing about parrying a wake-up with Liu Kang for the crushing blow is it's a guaranteed combo, because the wake-up costs spar, right? And that would have been enough to kill. That would have been an amazing way to just steal it back, but...
It was definitely a moonshot. You know, that was... If that had happened, yeah, I think you're right, he probably would have won the round. So that's... The intention there was... I don't feel like I'm going to win otherwise. This is my one shot. And you know,
I mean, to his credit, it would have won the game if it worked.
Sure,
but NinjaKilla obviously being a bit reserved, no reason to do something so unsafe. Again, you know, that mirror match knowledge. Most Liu Kang players will know to look for wake-up attacks in those kind of clutch moments to get those big comebacks. And NinjaKilla himself has done that in tournaments. That off-stream match against Deoxys where he got that crazy read on it. He's done that before.
All right, so now Han is... I'm sorry, now NinjaKilla is the Revenant.
Oh, that's not confusing at all.
Cool. Anyway, NinjaKilla already getting some grabs, already in the pressure. He now has his own wake-up. I wonder if that's inspired by the end of the last round.
I love their decisions on when to go for wake-up attacks, though, because Liu Kang's wake-up up 3, like, Liu Kang is known as a very top-tier character, right? But his wake-up attacks aren't the best in the game, so you don't typically see too many of them, but every time wake-up up 3 has happened, it's worked so far.
There's an escape failed here.
Oh, wow, again, that max range sweep. I don't think they're just ready for how far that's going to connect. Han Rashid playing out of his mind so far, gets a hit. Oh, the throw, but the tech immediately.
Huge right there, and great guess by NinjaKilla to tech it.
Again, he's loaded it up a second
yet again. Yeah, that's right. Oh, wake up buttons, and instantly into the fatal blow. Now this too is going to be pretty close. I'm seeing some shields.
I actually don't know if this is enough to kill.
Yeah,
this doesn't scale that heavily, but I don't. Yeah, that's definitely not enough. Definitely not enough.
Yeah. Okay, so NinjaKilla's fatal's gone. Already blow Han Rashid. Oh, it wasn't enough. Oh man.
Oh. The calculations from NinjaKilla just keeping himself alive. Han Rashid now back to the wall. Doesn't have safety. There's match point for NinjaKilla. He does have the throw crushing blow ready, but NinjaKilla is going to know that.
Yeah, NinjaKilla's already teched.
Ooh, he tried to go for that late anti-air, but the wake up buttons once more. That's standing. 1-2.
Oh, punish. Yes, he's there.
Opting not to use the crushing blow either. Wanted to save that before he's got no break. Wait, ooh.
Beautiful. He's going to load up here as well.
Okay, this is a big fan Rashid. He has the bicycle kick, crushing blow. The throw one going to be used. Bang! That's a huge amount of damage gone.
Great round by Han Rashid right here. Ooh, but that said, NinjaKilla's got the corner.
He doesn't have fatal blow though. That instant comeback mechanic is kind of gone now. There's going to be quite an honest comeback. Oh, the wake up jump is big.
No, it wasn't enough, and that's not good. Uh-oh.
Oh, he's in trouble.
There's there a bicycle kick on this? No, he's out. He's out. The grab, it's not enough to kill though, and there's NinjaKilla's grab immediately after, and he sends Han Rashid to losers right off the bat today.
I mean, that was a 2-0, but that was close, dude. That was absolutely by the wire. Han Rashid, he had so much resources ready to go. That crushing, as soon as I saw that crushing blow throw connect, I was like, right, that's probably his round, but can't count out NinjaKilla, man. Yep. He just has that X factor to him. Moving on in the winner's bracket.
Yeah, he's somebody that, you know, we all expect to go very far.
Yeah, I would argue a favorite to win for a lot of the fans at home. You know, he has a lot of supporters. I'm sure you're out there in Twitch chat wanting to see NinjaKilla do well, of course. You know, he has newly sponsored as well. I say newly sponsored over the last couple of months, I suppose. Yep. But, of course, CGL, they've picked up a lot of players at the moment. Obviously, Dizzy TT. I don't believe he's CGL particularly. I think they're kind of like linked together. But Dizzy and Video Games Yo, of course, getting the same kind of support. Tweedy.
Yep. Tweedy. Gambler.
Yeah, Gambler, Slayer. You know, and the list goes on. They really have kind of invested into the scene quite a lot right now for these younger players that want more opportunities to kind of compete. And the proof is in what you see, right? They get far in tournament, they win, they get grand finals, top 8, all the in between.
Well, NinjaKilla's on his way to top 16, so he needs to win one more. He'll be in top 8.
So that means we'll be seeing NinjaKilla again in a few hours' time when we start that block. So we'll be getting through these winners' matches. Of course, there'll be losers' matches getting played off stream as well, so we won't be able to see all of them, unfortunately. But as is the way. But for now, we go on to, yes, this is a match that a lot of people have been excited for, as I do believe these actually two players do play together a lot.
They do.
Like training partners. It's going to be Splash versus Combat. Splash, one of the more local boys to the East Coast, doesn't really get the opportunity to travel too much, but really makes it count when he can. Bringing that really strong Lotus Fist. Kung Lao yesterday against Dizzy TT, winning his pool in dominant fashion by defeating Dizzy, and Combat winning his pool by beating Biohazard, playing a lot of Variation 3s. Combat really, he's been known for a wide character pool for a long time, but this tournament I feel like he's really just having fun with third variations, you know, really catching people off guard, doing some genuinely cool stuff. We've seen Variation 3, you know, Shang Tsung, Geras. We saw him play Outtake Johnny against Bio. Like, he has been definitely grinding these third variations and seemingly really enjoying them.
Before he went up against Bio, I was sitting with him in the crowd, and I asked him which character he intended to use. And he just looked at me, and he shook his head and smiled, and he was like, I don't know. I was like, is it literally a game time decision for you? Do you go up there not knowing what you're going to do in advance?
I genuinely think he does, because Combat
That's
plays,
what he said.
He plays a lot of characters.
He was like, yeah, I'll just go up there and, you know, we'll see.
And he hidden cursors as well, so he's just like, does even he know? Does he like just random? He's hidden cursor and then he just like lets fate decide.
Right, yeah.
We did see him with that third variation, Shang Tsung. It did take the first game. Bai was playing Ratbag Kano as well, so Variation 3 Kano was on display. Combat took the first game, then Bio returned, and then Combat changed to Outtake. And we saw him play Variation 3 Geras as well in the set before. As to what he'll play now, I have genuinely no idea.
Yeah, I don't know either. Again, these guys do play a lot. This is just a button check, I'm sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
So for Splash, it's going to be Kung Lao. That's the only character that I've seen him play in top-level competition.
I know he dabbled with Collector once upon a time, but I think he really has settled on Kung Lao.
I saw him at like an NLPC playing that or something, but in terms of the serious time, I've only ever seen Kung Lao.
But he was like looking really good yesterday. It wasn't just like, it's Kung Lao. Like, Splash really is one of those pioneers of Lotus Fist. You know, has been playing it early on. We saw him have a really good performance at a regional event earlier this year. And he's kind of gone from strength to strength, really. Like I said, he hasn't really had a chance to compete too often, but whenever he does, he seems to be looking really solid. Wasn't really considered like a really top-level player in the Injustice 2 days, where he kind of first came into the scene, but has really gone from just just point to point with MK11.
That's how it happens every game. Every game that comes out, there's somebody who pops in from the online scene into the offline scene. That's happened every time, and he is one of the guys.
I feel like ECT has been doing that a lot this year. Like this entire tournament, there's so many of these like known for online players or lesser known players that are just coming into this tournament and just having an amazing performance. But of course, it's going to be a hidden cursor from Combat. We saw him do this a lot yesterday, which I think is underutilized. And it's going to be Geras.
Which one though? There's 3.
Eternal. It is Eternal.
Geras, so he's got the statue in this one. He has the reverse time as well. We'll see if that makes any usage.
He didn't use it a single time yesterday, but it seems like one of those moves that's like super situation.
Yeah, I would say it's like a longer term thing. We'll sort of figure out how to use it later, maybe.
Yeah, for sure. But the whole point of this variation really is that Sand Simulacrum, the esports teleport. There's the 2 uppercuts, big damage in the corner. Just ending it. Simple combo, universal stuff, but decent damage.
Yeah, I'll say.
There it is.
So you can explode that whenever you want, or you can teleport to it. There's a lot of utility in it. Oh, wow, all right. So there's the utility is movement, the utility is pressure. There's a lot of frame advantage when that gets blocked.
We might actually see it used here. Yep, that's
so here's the mix-up. Okay, yes.
And the hit confirm.
Oh, no.
Yep, if you disrespect, you can hit confirm it into the explosion, and on block, you can be plus.
On block, you can just do forward 2 into command grab.
Yep, there's so many layers to that. You cut your damage with the temporal stun, but your options off of it are terrifying. Ooh, okay.
He's really nailed that a couple of times.
Geras.
And this does prevent. Now you have to spend a bar to explode it, but it does control a lot of stage. Ooh, patience there by Splash.
But this is where it gets scary because you realize that you have this crazy Sand Simulacrum option with the universal stuff that Geras has, right? Like his universal buttons. Oh, choose up the up 2.
Oh no!
Splash. Oh, okay. There's the counter poke.
Here we go.
Splash has been so good at hit confirming those orbiting hats. It's really not easy to do that.
Wow, okay. Some of these things that are happening on screen, I feel like are the things that happen when 2 players play a lot.
Yeah, for sure.
Some of these jump timings.
I wonder if they're even playing the matchup here. It's more so that's just Splash playing Combat, right?
For sure.
Oh, okay.
Oh no!
Ooh, that was
not imagine that was on purpose.
Big call out if it was, but not going to work. That's going to be a full combo. This does scale quite hard, but the question is, will it be enough? You can kind of tell from the first couple hits. No, it's not even close. But it will keep him the lead at least. Obviously, Combat sitting on one. He got the round 1.
Now he's got to worry about the fatal blow. Oh, this is probably it. Yeah, it goes directly into fatal blow. I like it. That's definitely going to take the round.
Fatal blow, pretty much. So they're going to be
I feel like Combat had an advantage most of that round.
Yeah, definitely. I think that's also why he went for the fatal blow too, knowing it wasn't going to kill, just to be like, well, you know, I'm doing well here, going to keep the ball rolling, you know, do a decent amount of damage here, huge chunk. But then lost the round, unfortunately. Big read on that instant jump. Splash.
Will he set it up again? Yes.
Will.
Oh, the read right there.
That's actually the second time that Splash has done that. That's the second time that Combat has enforced that mix-up, and the second time Splash has done something. First time he got tagged by the 4-2 trying to jump and made the same read this time. But that's it, right? You have to call it out sometimes. Splash, big combo here. Didn't have the bar to extend. Gonna go for a neutral jump. Trying to get that pressure going.
And just out of there's Combat. No buttons even.
No, Splash went for, you saw him unblock at reblock. I think he went for a flawless block. Combat with the empty jump, trying to call it out, I think. Now, this is a comeback the Combat needs to make, but throw, pressure. Oh, okay.
Oh, would have been weird to convert.
I like how Combat is backing off here. He's really trying to anticipate.
Yeah, this variation, I don't know that you would call it zoning, but it does control space in some ways.
Especially when, like, this isn't a mammoth amount
of
health. Bring back. Wow.
Yes, jumped right on over.
A clean jump in. Combat went for the sand at the wrong time, and Splash with that just clean jump too. Going to make him pay the price. Now, Combat almost certainly to switch. It's very uncommon to see him stick with the same character over and over again. One of the benefits of knowing so many characters is being unpredictable, but in a 2 out of 3 setting, yeah. I mean, Johnny wouldn't be a bad shout, but oh no, he's actually going back to Eternal.
Well,
yeah, he is.
I guess.
It's hard to call, right, with Combat, because he plays so many, not only characters, but like multiple variations per character as well. I feel like it's to come up against him, it's really hard to prepare for, well, who is he going to play? You know, if he's in my path.
There's a benefit to the player of that. On the other hand, there's the downside of always second-guessing yourself and not being sure which character to go in with.
Especially in a 2 out of 3, too, when you don't have a huge amount of wiggle room to make what could be a big mistake.
For sure.
If it's the wrong character or the wrong variation. There's so much to take into account, which is, I think, why we're seeing Combat take his time, you know, in between. Splash as well, giving himself a moment. Splash looking good, but 2 out of 3. Combat just needs 1 game to tie it up.
towards the end of that round, I really liked the movement that we started seeing out of Splash. Just a little bit of walking and then a dive kick, right? Nothing that was too committal, but it was stuff that would get over Sand Trap. And ultimately, that's how he took the game.
Also mixing up, like, sometimes it's going to be an empty jump, sometimes it's jump attack, and then it's like instant dive kick, right?
Yeah.
That's the benefit of Kung Lao. Whenever he leaves the ground, you kind of have to guess, well, what is he going to do up there? Depending on how much life he's got left, how much can he afford to take the risk. Now we're going to see Splash. Use the deep jumping advantage, go for the throw.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Nice.
Oh, and there it is.
Shout out to the hitbox on that.
Low-key, one of the better things that Kung Lao could do in this matchup is Body Splash almost doesn't work because of that down two. You can do it really late and still anti-air, anti-cross-up. It's one of the better uppercuts in the game. But this has been a huge round.
Here. Yeah, and ready for the tech even there in that situation.
Punish. Okay, the knowledge.
Yeah. Setting out the dude.
Garrus, he's posing for his player
Explode?
photo.
No, not quite there.
Oh, teleporting.
The movement.
It's so rare you actually see that used for the teleporting feature. Mainly used for the pressure.
Yeah,
right there.
And again, that is big frame advantage.
He's just threatening.
Splash playing patiently. I like this from Splash. Look, he's got a life lead. A little bit of chip is not that big of a deal for him. And a punish!
There is no breakaway here either. This is going to be the round. Splash, the patience. I feel like Splash spent like 20 seconds doing nothing.
Well,
just jumping around to avoid chip damage and just waiting.
I think you're absolutely right. And I think that for combat, he started to get the feeling that he needed to escape. That slow approach was causing him issues, mentally at least.
Oh, wow. That was a cute juggle. Catching the explosion.
Just wants to cut off the screen. No, it was way too late. And now no defensive bar. This is problems for combat as he's in the corner.
Oh, that's a huge amount of damage as well. 350 into the neutral jump. Escape failed. Uh-oh.
Bad news all around for combat right now. Way down in life. No bar.
Crushing blow throw ready and waiting for combat. He sees it coming.
Thought.
Big damage on the way. Oh no, dropped the ender. I mean,
but still, just like
damage.
that, combat's back in this thing.
Wow, that was 2 combos back to back, and you can't breakaway this. They're not even going to try. I mean, could have there, but decided not to.
Yeah, well, if he had broken away, he might have survived.
I mean, he had the fatal blow, so maybe, but the safer bet was to keep it for sure.
Of course, yeah.
Obviously, he has up on the game, so yeah, for sure. Does have the breathing room, doesn't have to make too much of a big decision there if he doesn't want to.
Combat again, trying to.
Oh, that was
but
so
again,
good.
It's that movement from Splash that gets him back in.
Oh, okay, there we go, the counter poke. The hit confirm on the spin, or the orbiting hat, I should say.
Yes. Combat taking his turn back.
Okay, set up.
What's the mix-up here? Again, that's big plus frames, but a jump must have expected a grab.
Speaking of which, Body Splash, from out of nowhere, combat, didn't have the bar, so just going to take the backbreaker. Decent damage for what it is. Now Splash
still trying to make it happen here, and he's there on the punish.
He still has the crushing blow throw as well. We saw combat beat it with a neutral crouch. It wasn't a tech.
Where's combat going?
He has the fatal blow, so this could very
really moving in there. Yeah, you can see Splash does not want to move errantly right now.
Dude, Splash has just held block for like 10 seconds.
He hasn't done anything at all. Finally, his
Oh!
he steals a turn after 20 seconds of no buttons at all. All of a sudden, the flurry, and it's exactly what he needed. He sends combat to losers.
Now, that was so good because not only did Splash do that after doing literally pressing nothing for like 10 seconds, the orbiting hat costs a bar of offense and defense.
Yeah.
If you amplify the orbiting hat, it costs everything.
Right.
He spent the farm, and then because you're safe but minus, counter poke with the fatal blow. That was the most expensive single read I think Kung Lao can possibly do. It costs all of your bar, both sides, and fatal blow, and it worked. That was so... I don't think we'll ever see that again.
That was definitely something that happens when two people play each other.
Yeah, 1000%. That
For
was,
sure.
oh my god.
Oh, man.
Oh my god, that was a perfect end for Splash.
Woo, yeah, a little error there. But in general, I really liked Splash's movement. I loved his read on those mix-ups with the statue, right, after temporal advantage. That is a strong mix-up. It's just that we saw Splash guess right, I think, almost every time. There might have been one time he got hit. Other than that,
The very first time he got hit by a mid trying to move out, but then the second time, he jumped a throw. Third time, he jumped the plus frames and won. So he was right on the money. Again, when you do play someone as many times as these guys play, those kind of mix-ups become, you know what players will favor. Maybe they'll prefer one option over the other. And I definitely got the vibe that's what we were seeing there.
Yes.
But oh my god, I still can't get over how that
the
ended.
way this ended here. Yeah, you know, at the same time, combat was making some good reads here.
Oh,
and
for
there.
sure, that was a good set. Another one of those 2-0s, but not really, because like it was close enough that you would never have guessed it would have been a 2-0.
Right.
My goodness, I can't believe it. Splash, I mean, you have to commend this man's patience. There were so many situations in those 2 games where he would just be content.
Here we go. He's blocking it out. He's blocking it out. Uh-oh, uh-oh,
Oh, that was a counter hit too.
Yo, Combat was definitely doing something after that.
Goodness.
Of course.
That was,
of course.
Oh, that was, I literally don't think we are ever going to see that again.
Well, shout-outs to Splash, who qualifies for the top 16. Now we're moving on. This is SonicFox on the right of your screen, and Hey George on the left.
We thought it was our first game, and then it wasn't. Made me look quite silly, but now we're seeing it. And of course, Fox going to be playing. He's been playing Jade pretty much all tournament. And
yes.
Hey George really has been one of the ones to watch for sure. One of the kind of like dark horse players to maybe take this whole thing if he keeps playing as well as he has been so far. Hey George has been playing Variation 3 Frost Arctic Anarchy all weekend. And honestly, if you have been at home thinking, what does this variation do? You know, what's the whole point of it? Watch this set and let Hey George educate you, because he has just got this really strong look and take on the character to work. And we saw him take out Gur Impulse, we saw him take out DJT. Like, he has not had an easy path. And
No.
here he is in winner's side still. Now with another Titan in his way in EchoFox, SonicFox. But I think we've seen them play before a few times across a couple of NetherRealm games. But okay, it's going to be Outtake Johnny Cage. I presume Outtake. I think that's the variation that Fox has been playing the most.
Yeah, I would imagine it's Outtake here. Yeah, they played at the IPS finals.
Joker mirror match.
It was a Joker match, and I recall that being very close.
Which we might see again in this game when
I guess that's
when
possible.
Joker
Yeah,
comes
that's
out.
right.
Imagine that. That's a cool Frost skin.
But yeah, George has been traveling up to North America. He's here from Chile for several years now, and he has always had great showings when he does. Very talented player.
He's just got that really uncanny ability to just play at his best no matter who he's against.
And what's cool too is he often brings in kind of weird off-meta characters and variations and that stuff. I don't know that you would call Arctic Anarchy Frost that, but when I've watched him stream, it's often with you know, Jaded Jade, or it's with Variation 1 Frost, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I think this is an interesting time to see, because Hey George, he normally comes to a tournament like a couple of times a year, but because he never has any points or anything, he's never really a high seed.
Yeah.
So he always has a hard path. But we always see him do well. And now he's got a character like Arctic Anarchy. Frost is definitely a solid pick, and this variation is really strong. I think we could see magical things, but right now Fox has just been running away with this round. Outtake Johnny Cage, highly considered to be one of the best characters in the game right now.
And you can see why already. You know, SonicFox is already doing the thing. It's the amazing Fireball game. Extremely fast, both in startup and in speed. They cover great spots on screen. He has good, safe stuff up close.
Nice pickup off that.
Good movement as always.
Conversion too. You're going to see George build up. That crushing blow.
Trying to stab under.
Now this is where it's going to get... Ooh,
wow.
okay.
Call.
This is where it gets dangerous, though, when you give Johnny Cage, when he has the life lead and he has the space, and he's just going to be playing neutral with fireballs. But there we go, confirming the counter hit. Breakaway is forced.
Wow, well, look at that. And SonicFox was just willing to block at the beginning. You know, their defense is really good.
Oh, the delay into the back three, Fox. The slight walk-in. George getting caught out.
George needs something. Yeah, it was a big read, and you can see Fox, just before that, stopped pressing any kind of button. They were just holding on to block.
Well, Frost is one of those characters that as soon as a fatal blow is in play, you kind of have to respect it at all ranges.
It becomes a different game, right?
Sure.
There's like two sides of the game against Frost, a couple other characters.
But as soon as, I mean, one of the characters you can't really do it against is, like you just saw, Johnny Cage, right? That shadow kick going so fast is going to punish it near enough from anywhere the shadow kick will reach George. I mean, I understand the read, though, because if that connected, he definitely could have won the round on the back of it. But
it was one of those Hail Mary situations. So it's a switch, I think, over to Variation 2, if I saw correctly. I think this is Ice Machine.
Ice Machine definitely better for kind of like counter-zoning game, thanks to the glacial calving, the barrier that absorbs.
Is that what Shield's called?
Glacial calving. Yeah.
Got it.
Dude, I'm a Frost player. She's got some weird names.
Yeah.
It's like almost that Frost skin is like almost entirely one color. But there it is. It's going to be Ice Machine.
The thing is, at the same time, that Johnny has other stuff he could be doing. He could bring in Shadow Kick. He could just be moving forward. He's got huge, big buttons. You know, I would imagine it's hard to set up the shield.
Now, the big thing you're going to get in this variation over Variation 3 is you get that barrier to absorb a fireball and the drill, the back forward 4. You have that, just the advancing drill attack that is so good for whiff punishing and just capitalizing, but I think the big thing here is the shield.
Yeah, I like the idea of that, maybe to try to get underneath.
Because it definitely looks like it will go under, but it is a big combo. This variation of Johnny does not shy away from big corner damage. I mean, but Fox, he's just backing off. He wants to play at jump distance the whole time. Oh, and there it is, Rising Star. Forgot that was here.
Extremely fast. If you have bar, you can make it safe.
Very strong. For a character with fireballs that this variation has, a very strong tool to have.
If you want to play Fireball Dragon Punch in Mortal Kombat, this is the character.
Okay, there we go, the delay into grab. This is where it gets a bit more dangerous, because not only do you have that strong jump distance game and the Rising Star for counter poking, you have just the pressure.
That feels bad.
Oh!
Aye, Fox absolutely ready, and George gets out, but for how long? Not very, and Fox immediately takes it, I think, with an F. Maybe not.
We
Maybe
see the
there's-
mercy. Oh,
Come
no!
on!
Oh, no. Didn't miss
I
the
can hear
beat.
the crowd murmuring. Hey!
No!
Oh,
And
the
first
chance
game.
was there. I don't know how big of a chance that would have amounted to. Okay, anti-air.
Okay, plus frames. Okay, another grab. Okay, is George going to make this comeback? I mean, he's got the fail blow.
It's possible. You see Fox knows that and is just blocking it out right here.
Oh, and Fox, the second he sees the barrier, we're going to be getting that Rising Star counter poke. Had the bar to make it safe, why not? And credit where it's due, George. I mean, if we saw SonicFox Mercy and lose a round, that would have been one of the stories of the weekend.
Oh, yeah.
Well, of course, not the first Mercy we've seen this weekend.
No.
We did see Kerbalicious yesterday against Silvereye. A rather risky Mercy. It was a Mercy at a time where he definitely didn't have a guaranteed health bar's worth of
That's right.
win behind him. But
By the way, speaking of Kerbo, it was Kerbalicious versus Maxter in loser's side. If you're somebody who's been following NetherRealm games since Mortal Kombat 9, you know those names very well. Maxter took it, 2-1. Kerbalicious eliminated.
wow, that's a good result for Maxter. But obviously, again, bringing that Frost. I feel like this tournament has been like a really good demonstration of what Frost can do. You got a player like Maxter that obviously hasn't lost his touch. You know, still very strong as a player. Hey George, Tweedy as well. We'll be seeing with Frost as well. And they're just a couple of players. Like they're really showing that how strong this character can be right now, I think. But
you know, just to let you know what else is going on loser side, there are some big matches that have already happened. Euphoric has eliminated Killer Shinnok, who was third place at Brazil Game Show last weekend. Daddy eliminated King Gambler.
Euphoric, of course, being a Barking Irons Aaron Black as well. So one of those characters that you don't really get the chance to see too many times.
Not too much else to report, I would say, in terms of huge news. Maybe Gur eliminated Sunio. Dizzy defeating Station.
Station, of course, playing Ringer Jax yesterday as well.
Very cool. Very interesting to see.
Definitely looks like he's been, because we used to play Grin and Barrett, of course, was known for Variation 1 Jackson. Making that change, not too surprising. But moving back into the winner's bracket, we have Kevo Reborn versus Forever King. Two players that go back a very long way, back towards the MK9 days in the NRS community. And I would say kind of have had similar journeys. You know, used to be real big-time online players, always would deviate towards the top tier end of characters. You know, they knew that they'd pick strong characters and just go from there. Very similar play styles as well, Kevo and Forever King. They just have slightly different character choices now, whereas Kevo known really for kind of Sonya. We've seen him play Jackie, Liu Kang now as well.
He definitely continues to do the top tier style of play. Not that King's not. I mean, he's been playing Gira since the game came out.
But that's actually quite uncharacteristic for King, though. Normally, by now in a game's life, King has a couple of characters to go to. But in this game, he's pretty much only been Infinite Ward and Geras, and that's it.
That's true. That's true. In the past, I mean, he's rarely played weak characters, you know, but he does oftentimes have characters that he likes that are good. He would like to play Shao, and though I don't think Shao is bad, I'm not sure that it fits King's playstyle.
Yeah, that's the big thing about Shao Kahn, right? Shao Kahn has a very, I don't want to say one-dimensional, but a very set way that makes him work competitively. You know, when you're talking about tournament play, the style that we see, for example, you know, VGY, Video Games Year, really is the one that we see, and we'll be seeing him later on, I'm sure.
Yep.
But for now, it is going to be Geras for Forever King. It's going to be Geras versus Liu Kang.
Two very strong characters, no doubt about it.
Absolutely. Both are
look at them.
Both definitely nerfed in the most recent patch as well, of course. Liu Kang getting that nerf on forward 4. Geras not having the charge and stuff anymore.
I mean, literally 2 frames slower on forward 4.
It hurts some of his combos, and the forward 4 isn't quite as good, but it definitely still works. Once they've blocked it, the mix-up is the same for the most part.
Right.
But of course, Geras the same, losing the charge gauntlet stuff, but still being very strong, right? Two characters that they got normalized a bit, but still very good. And there's that confirm on the forward 2 by Forever King. The breakaway forced. Oh, okay. Meaty grab.
Still got the corner here.
Ooh,
Yeah,
okay.
loops it. That's the thing about Geras. Doesn't matter where he throws you, he's in your face afterward.
This 1000% the Forever King style, right? Like, he just walks you down, reacts to whether you've delayed your wake up or not, and it's going to be mid or grab.
I love that
is it.
basic mix-up. It's just very basic, you know? But
And it works.
It's good, yeah.
If you decide to block the forward two, I mean, he has the flawless block potential. He's safe, of course.
Yeah.
Technically, the only version of it that's unsafe is the grab, but to just hold the grab and crouch a Geras, like, you're putting life
is he
on
gonna
the
spend
line.
it? He does. He had just built the crushing blow and immediately uses it. So important round to win now for Kevo. Do not want to give up resource like that without it counting.
That fatal blow there for Forever King. Forever King has definitely been one to kind of.
You know what's interesting though is
go.
that Kevo is still just throwing fireballs. If King uses it right now, I think Kevo would consider that fine. No, a huge chance. Now, still a small chance here for Forever King. It certainly can be done. Yeah, and he's beginning it.
One throw at a time, dude. What's the mix-up? Fatal blow is there for King.
The
So
throw escape.
Looking
for the jump. Very nice read by Kevo.
definitely one of those anti-airs that you kind of have to preemptively do with the body splash. Unless you have like the Frost-esque down 3, right? You kind of need to know the body splash is coming and then just down 2 instead.
No hit confirm. Unusual there for Kevo. That forward 4 quite confirmable by itself. Here it is though.
I love that. Empty jump into buttons, knowing that Forever King was likely to move in
Punish.
very late. And just like that, where is Forever King's health bar gone?
Right, I know.
It's just disappeared. Blink of
That
an eye.
can happen. He's trying to find those. Oh, I think that was probably supposed to have been a dragon kick.
Yeah, definitely seemed it. Okay.
Got him though, and now as a result, Forever King is right back in there. That's infinite warding Geras.
Oh
no!
Now this is going to be
King in big trouble. Even Chip.
Oh, we went under Forever King. The knowledge, the patience to just crouch under.
Oh boy. King cannot get touched.
Oh, and there it is, the standing one. Kevo sticking it out. I mean, he had the bar. I don't think that was killable health yet, even if Forever King went for the fatal blow. Wasn't meant to be yet. But Kevo going to be taking a good game 1. One of the things we're seeing from like every Liu Kang player though this weekend is just wake up stand 1, because the whole string moves him so far forward. It's so fast. If you are even remotely off the ball with your meaty pressure, with your empty jumps, with anything at all, Liu Kang can just stick that string out. He's got a billion years to hit confirm it, does decent damage, builds towards that bicycle kick, and Kevo is really making the most of it.
Unfortunate error.
Ooh.
Oh, nice.
That was a flawless block attempt if ever I've seen one.
Yep. Trying to load up that crushing blow as soon as he can. You need 3 of those before you can use it. Whoa!
Ooh,
Kind of a read right there, yeah, I'll say.
Kevo actually didn't have the bar to launch off it either. That was like the lowest possible reward for that parry there.
Ooh, a chance. Hold it down 1. He does keep
There's
it
the
going.
third.
Another one spent, yeah. So next time that bicycle kick hits, it's for big damage. We'll see though if that even comes this round. King is going to get one more chance here to try to seal it.
Well, string into fatal blow will take it, so I wonder if Kevo's going to opt to go for the read here.
Oh, crush!
Oh, that kill?
Nah, not quite. Oh,
he was fishing for it.
Yes, absolutely. And down to hoping that King would come in with a high or a grab, and none of that happened.
It feels like whenever we see a Geras player opt to go for the the forward 1 grab 4 crushing blow, that changed to be that you have to do it near the corner. Whenever we see a Geras player go for it, I feel like it doesn't really add that much damage.
It tends to be at the end of combos, yeah.
When it's done early and you get that big, meaty payout, for sure, but at the end it doesn't seem to add too much. Oh, there's a noise again! Yep, that's the
King
second
has been
time.
consistent about that, yeah, very nice to see.
If there's one thing King is always good at in NetherRealm games, it's matchup knowledge for the best characters. He knows he's going to fight them, and wow, Kevo with a big read! We've seen him try that a few times. And there we go again, the throw. Kevo, he's looking to claw this one back. Forever King starved on resources. But
now, he finds a hit confirm. He's definitely going to take it here, so King blocks it out.
Oh, confirmed fatal blow.
I feel like that would have worked.
Yeah, for sure.
And he did not do it. Oh, wow.
Speaking of fatal blows.
Yikes.
Kevo with the wake-up attempt, but the body splash too good. Gets out of the way, and that's going to be an easy whiff punish. Forever King with a slight misplay, not confirming into the fatal blow earlier, but still won the game on it. I think it's important to be able to do that, to recognize that you've not done something exactly right. It wasn't like he made a, he did something bad because he still got the hit. He's still
like
got
a
the
small
knockdown.
brain fart, right?
Yeah, for sure. But obviously, in that situation, the loss could have very easily have been Kevo stealing the round back. But to be able to stabilize it and go like, oh, never mind, I'm still good. Especially now we've tied things up here. Forever King playing clean. Obviously, didn't have the showing he wanted at Brazil last week.
Right.
And the kind of player that King is, he's going to come back immediately a week later and be like, nope, back on top form.
He did not make it out of pools in that. Extremely strong event, though.
Oh, for sure. Latin America, no slouch when it comes to Mortal Kombat. There's the grab again. The mix-up is enforced straight away.
What a jump.
Hang on a minute, though.
Gutsy move by Kevo, and he's got the corner. And he's very patient with it, just in case maybe up 2 or 3. Forever King safe on that, of course. And now you see Kevo trying to take advantage of the situation for himself. He's got a lot of frame advantage and moving around. Yes, again. Wow, even the down one there.
But that's it, right? That's the read. Liu Kang is standing 1-2. It's plus, but if you read another high, you can poke. Ooh. Jumped out.
Now there's a fatal blow. Kevo, very
He might be dead.
the
He's dead. He's going to go for the better spikes and fatal blow. He's probably dead on this.
I would think. We'll see if he does it. Yes.
Yes. That has to be enough.
I'm sure it does, yeah.
Kevo not having the breakaway
It
kind of
is
stealed his
over.
fate
Yeah,
there.
all right,
Yep.
so it's match point King. Despite the shield, doesn't even matter there.
And this is a big match because both King and Kevo, they're in a position that a good placing here will get them in the top 12 if they do well enough in this tournament.
Yeah, it's very important for Kevo, who's in 13th place overall. As you said before, you need to be in top 12.
Yeah, for sure. Like to knock the other into losers now just makes your chances of doing it all the better. This is a crucial match for both these players, more so for Kevo being closer. Oh, what a call out!
Out of there is Kevo, and yet Forever King still in his face. Oh, yeah. Keep it up.
These are two characters.
Quiet, unfortunately.
These are two characters that it is not easy to neutral crouch them. They have so many hit confirmable mids, but there is just a testament to the reads that these players are making.
Getting close here. Kevo does that fatal blow, of course, but King, will he go in here?
Oh!
He went in for the grab. What a call, and that's going to do it. He sends Kevo to loser's side.
That's a big loss for Kevo to take, being that close to top 12. He needs points, and he needs as many as he can get. King giving us that cheesy smile. Forever a showman. But, I mean, what a perfect way for that game to end, right? The Forever King, the basic Gearus mix-up, throw on mid. And he went for it the whole game. He has this uncanny ability to just force you to deal with it no matter what. Even if, like, for example, what did we see at the start there? We saw King get a knockdown, went for a meaty grab, and Kevo jumped out and took, like, what, 300 damage from him?
Right.
But King is just like, he understands that that's the mix-up. Sometimes it's going to work, sometimes it's not. So the confidence to just enforce it is admirable. But moving forward, we have, unfortunately, a Beast Coast team kill incoming. Both between Dragon and Honeybee. Honeybee having quite the performance yesterday, taking out Nikki and then Killer Shinnok to win his pool with that noob Cybot. Honeybee forever looking like he gets better and better every tournament. Dragon, of course, needs no introduction. One of the absolute best players in the world, but historically Dragon has had the better showing when they've faced off in events.
Yeah, most recently they played at EVO 2019. That was in top 32 winners, which is where we are here as well, and it was 2-0 for Dragon. These are two guys who have had a lot of success in the past. Dragon took off most of the end of Injustice 2's life, was doing other stuff, and came back for MK, and to nobody's surprise at all, was immediately one of the best again.
I feel like it's a blend of Dragon kind of feeling that fire that made him want to compete in the first place. Because Dragon has had a very public kind of journey with fighting games, where he started in MKX, of course, kind of came out of nowhere, wasn't a threat straight away, but very quickly became a huge force to be reckoned with. Injustice 2, of course, won EVO, won E-League, had these huge accolades that he hadn't quite been able to achieve in MKX. Of course, was known for a lot of success, but not quite that level.
Yeah.
But then decided to take near enough like a year-long hiatus. Was just like, I've achieved what I wanted to achieve. I'm going to take a break. Maybe play some other things. Dabbled in like a bit of Soul Calibur.
He did.
And had a good time there as well, and some other games. But decided that he was going to come back in full force for MK11. Went straight to Cetrion. No surprise there.
Yeah. When that character was literally first showed, I remember seeing his tweet. As soon as we even saw that character before the game came out, and he was immediately like, this is my main. I'm going to play this character. Luckily for him, it ended up being a character that fit his style very well. It's clearly a very strong character, too.
Oh, for sure. Like, Cetrion is definitely a contender for arguably maybe best character in the game.
She's in the shortlist, no doubt about it.
But largely due to players like Dragon being
course.
able to kind of showcase at the highest level what this character can do. Dragon known for just being the best Cetrion player, and that is a highly contested accolade as well. Of course, there are many strong Cetrion players out there, across the pond, within the US, and there's a lot of them, and they all do very well at tournaments too.
Yeah.
But Dragon is just the one that really kind of rides above, the cream of the crop.
Currently number 2 in points overall. So he's sitting pretty. He is absolutely qualified for final combat. However, Honeybee is not. Honeybee is currently 22nd overall.
Yes.
So he needs to do very well if that's going to turn into a top 12.
And it's not like through lack of trying. Honeybee has near enough been.
He's been
to,
traveling.
I think he actually has been to every pro competition event with the exception of Brazil.
Yeah, and you know what? I'm looking at his current results right now. You're right. And he has not made top 8 at any of them. He's gotten 9th at both Viennality and Celtic Throwdown. Other than that, 33rd, 17th, 25th, etc. So for him, this year has not been quite as strong as his years have been in the past. Part of that was him searching for a character, not really knowing which one he wanted to play. I was talking with him yesterday, and he said he felt very confident today, or this weekend, I should say, and that it's mostly going to be noob.
And I think that's a big thing to do with his success this weekend. You know, normally we typically have seen Honeybee go for a Devora pick when he's against the ropes, where he starts off with it, and I don't think we've actually seen him play Devora and have the success. Like, he has won a couple of sets on stream here and there, but with the amount of tournaments he's picked her at, it hasn't been a good ratio for him. So this weekend, to just be like, no, I'm going to play Noob Saibot, it's going to work out. He has looked more, he has looked more confident with this Noob Saibot now than I think he ever has. And I don't think Noob Saibot does terribly against Cetrion either, especially seeing double.
Ooh, nice. Getting a couple of those clones stocked for that crushing blow later on.
And especially in this kind of matchup, that crushing blow is going to be make or break.
Dragon, Jokuru was not quite there. Great bait. Dragon actually just
perfectly timed jump.
Oh! Not a counter hit, and God, no, it didn't actually track. That was wild. Honeybee now on the pressure. Got it, intending to duck was Dragon. No, Honeybee there.
I was like a hair's length away from being in that, yeah, too. I respect the attempt from Honeybee. One of the slower fatal blows that does track no matter what, so can be used. Also really easy to get the armored portion of that too, because it's usually done at a range. You're almost certainly going to have the armor. Honeybee taken. Oh, the teleport out. All that work undone in an instant.
That does mean that she can't break for a while, although I guess that's not that big of a deal against seeing double.
Yeah, because he's not
that damage not really
okay.
Anyway.
Catches the second bit.
Blocking, not quite there. Yeah, he thought he might have been in range now. Noob's turn.
Oh, flawless block, but didn't quite get a punish.
It's very solid from Honeybee.
I mean, Honeybee's flawless block game this weekend has just been incredible.
He really stepped it up, absolutely.
I was talking to him about that. He was like, so recently the flawless block change happened in the patch. Oh, a little bit late.
Not quite there, yeah.
And right as Dragon's breakaway has come back too, so it will be there. But if you can get breakaway out of Cetrion, she can't teleport, and then she can't breakaway again. It's huge. Ooh, there it is, the punish reactions from Honeybee.
Yeah.
Oh, the flawless block!
Exactly what we're talking about. And she does come off the 2 bars. A big read, and here's the crushing blow on the string.
I think anyone is quite as good at reading throws as Dragon, man. It's just ridiculous. Restand. Oh, that could have been it, and that's going to be hit confirm. The bar spent, and that's going to be the round. Honeybee was so close to being able to close that one out. But I was talking to Honeybee about his flawless blocks yesterday after the tournament, and the recent change to flawless blocks, he said he just has, the way he did flawless blocks, this has made it easier for him to do it.
Oh, wow.
So there could have been the chance that he was always trying to, and it just wasn't working out, and now it just is. Now, okay, this is a much better start for Dragon, having Honeybee to the wall and pull that screw behind him.
There have been wake-up jumps from Honeybee, I get the read.
Speaking of which, jumping off the interactable. Dragon ready and patient.
Yeah, great call on the timing. The jump over as well from B. And all of a sudden, after round 1 being so good for Honeybee, even most of round 2, now it's Dragon totally in control of the stage. He's out of there as well. What range? Oh. No offensive bar on forge. Oh my God.
Oh, Honeybee was convinced, yeah.
Yeah, that is a high. You can crush it.
He definitely thought that was going to chase it down, but one of the good things about going...
He went to just out of there, man.
I mean, but honestly, that's one of the better things about having strings that you can use on Oki that move you forward. Because if they do roll forward, you have a good chance to get out and not be punishable.
Makes sense. Again, I'm very impressed by Dragon, who was... not down exactly, but Honeybee, I felt, had a big advantage at the beginning of that game, and the longer it went on, it was more and more Dragon.
I mean, Dragon took the game, but he had to fight for it.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe he keeps this up. You have to see it tied.
A little slower of an approach for B.
Oh, escape failed. That's
escape
huge.
Failed. Yeah, versus Noob.
Now, the scary thing is, though, Dragon is just, again, like I've said before, one of the best players, if not the best, at dealing with throws in this game. So having a throw crushing blow almost makes him more eager to be able to read it.
Look at this offense as well. I mean, he
oh, no!
The right read, offensively and defensively, both within succession there for Dragon. And now he's got the corner he has been going in. Well, he does. Yeah, he tried it. Way too far. And that should be the round on this. It is.
Even if it was close enough, Dragon was still crouching. I feel like having a crushing blow throw is almost a detriment when you're playing against him. Because he knows you have it, and he just has this like psychic ability to just know, right, now you're going to go for the throw. Like yesterday when he was against Deadly Rebel and crouched like 3 mids on hit, and still crouched the throw.
Tried it right there. Putting up the wall. Here's a chance. No, not quite there.
Oh, okay, preemptive uppercut from Honeybee. Oh, okay, did it get opened up as Dragon?
Got it yet again. Quarter life every time.
Now that time Honeybee was catching
Punch
Dragon out.
not quite.
Go for the crouch. That's the adaptation that Honeybee needs. The Dragon wants to sit there and just duck the throw!
And the crush comes again. He's so good with the punishes. Down 2 first time, then the crushing blow string second. And we're back to the zoning game here for Dragon. Just totally in control, as you can see.
Just regenerating that defensive bar too, so teleport is now back into play. At least the best version of it.
Safe from that range. And look at that spacing. You see where Dragon was? Just outside of that clone. Oh my god, the spacing is actually wild right now for Dragon. Comes back in. Not enough. He didn't have offensive bar.
Ooh.
Ah, big read for B.
On again!
Get the duck! How many times in the set was there the duck under the grab? Dragon had the right read. Every time.
I legitimately think he did it 5 times. I think there was like 5 opportunities, and one of them was a down 2 crushing blow. The other one was the other counter hit crushing blow.
3, yeah.
It was like
exactly.
it was absolute optimal way of dealing with the grab, right? Like
he did get hit a couple of times. I mean, it wasn't that he guessed right 100%, but he did duck, yeah, something like 4 or 5 different throws, and that damage he got out of it ended up really mattering.
Like
so, this was probably a duck that he got punished for. But overall, exactly like this.
That's just madness. But it takes a lot of confidence to have that kind of play, right? Against a character like Noob Saibot, doesn't have the best mids in the world, but definitely enough to kind of like stop someone from just holding down the entire time. But even if that's the case, like I feel like even if Noob Saibot could do it, it wouldn't stop Dragon from trying. Because the thing is, Dragon's got this real... one of the best things about Dragon as a player is his decision making. He is so good at calculating the risks that he takes. In those situations, right, it's a huge it's a huge risk to crouch. In most situations, but think about it, against Seeing Double, I mean, what does more damage? Like, a hit into the clone or the throw, right? The throw is usually his way back into the game. It's usually his way back into the round or taking it down. His ability to just recognize when it is and isn't a bad time to go for it is really commendable. But moving on, we're going to be seeing... Okay, though, this is a match that a lot of people have been looking forward to because not only is it Scar looking like he's back to top form. Scar has had a bit of an up and down journey in the pro competition this year. Obviously, starting off as good as one can start off with a victory at Combo Breaker, which is one of, if not, the most stacked Combo Breakers that we've had as a community. The highest entered game in Combo Breaker history was MK11 this year, and Scar was the winner over Fox in the finals. But Pulse really is a player that Darth Armour was talking about a lot yesterday. One of the local boys to Darth Armour's neck of the woods here on the East Coast. Very confident, Aaron Black through and through, and that really has been the message. So Pulse is one of those players that we haven't really had a chance to see him in pro competition. This is like his first real debut pro competition event, but he is taking top scalps like left, right, and center.
Yeah, and what's interesting is that even looking at his results when it comes to non-pro competition events, we're seeing like 17th at Defend the North, 25th at Summer Jam. Those are not the placings that would lead you to believe that he'd be here in the top 48 of winner's side at this event. But those were already a while ago, and he's already clearly put in a ton more work and leveled
really
up
is
the game hugely.
Yeah, he's been going to a lot of the according to Darth Armour, he's been playing in the local areas of the East Coast, and has been kind of just gradually getting better and better. Apparently he's a regular NLBC as well.
Yep, I've seen him there.
Not at all surprising. But the big thing about him is the confidence. He went into yesterday, of course, pretty much dismantling Rewind. That was the big win. Like, that was a one-sided game, and that's Rewind we're talking about. Celtic Throwdown champion. Of course, up against Scar.
Yeah, you mentioned Scar's path. He did win Combo Breaker. He got second at DreamHack Dallas right after that. Since then, he has not actually made a top 8.
Which is uncharacteristic for someone like Scar.
That's right, but he's been playing Lotus Fist this weekend. We haven't seen, at least not on stream, we haven't seen Sonya, we haven't seen a couple of other characters.
I think he's been playing almost only just pretty much Lotus Fist.
Okay.
But the big thing about his Lotus Fist is I've never seen someone use the amplified orbiting hat as much as he does.
He double amplified. Yeah, right.
The one that uses
one that all the parts
that uses everything.
He did that a couple of times yesterday on stream.
Whereas we saw Splash use it when like absolute push came to
at
shove.
the very end, yeah.
We see Scar go for it regularly. if Yesto was anything to go by, but of course, there it is. That's a really good thing that I like that Kung Lao players do, those like late jump kicks to get better juggles at the end of it. Really interesting stuff.
Here's Scar. Stealing a turn right there. And that's the round. Yes.
Chunky.
Scar, I love the pressure for him. The movement's always so good for Scar. That's just a sort of unifying thing among all of his characters.
I feel like a big thing about Scar, though, is he really didn't seem to quite have his character. Like, I know Sonya, of course, he was very good with Sonya at the start. I have no doubt he still is now. But I feel like the way Sonya plays doesn't lend herself to the way that Scar played at the start, right? It's almost like she's better for the key point, whereas Kung Lao, on the other
There's
hand,
the bar.
Yep.
There's the bar.
And the damage you get from it, too.
It adds it very quickly.
And so it should for the amount it costs.
Right. Oh, not quite there. But directly back into it was Scar, and that 2 bars gone for Pulse, who jumps out, nothing else.
Oh.
And no, he didn't put the string. Here's a chance, though. Yes. Defensive bar, and that's something that Scar's always done as well, even since the beginning of this game's life. He does not often break away in situations where other people always break away. He's confident, and guess what? He was right, and Pulse doesn't even want to see the end of it.
I mean, that absolutely would have killed.
No doubt
in my mind.
No doubt, no doubt.
But that right there is case in point. Why? If I'm being honest, I was one of the biggest doubters of the amplified orbing.
Okay.
For sure. I was like, how could that ever be worth it? But now, I'm not sure if it's due to like the that first big patch that gave more advantage to it, so it's easy to get forward for. But the damage he gets from it, and the fact that you as a player are so eager to poke after blocking the orbiting hat, you're going to get chewed up by the second. And his option after it is pretty much guaranteed on hit or block, I believe, near enough. I don't know about block exactly, but most players are going to be sitting there. They're not going to be looking to steal their turn back, especially after seeing how much damage they take for it. Okay, big neutral jump coming out from Pulse.
Oh man, Scar instantly back into it. And again, Scar, he plays with his life so interestingly. He is okay with standing on the puddle. He's okay with not breaking.
He has no care for his well-being.
He's just very confident. Directly in there again. Look at all these buttons. He's so active. Oh my god.
Just pokes on block.
Down 3 all over the place. Here's a punish for sure.
But that is the Scar style. Scar really plays from his gut, He doesn't play by the book all the time. He goes with what he thinks will work. And because he is such a seasoned veteran in the scene at this point, he has such a good awareness for, he's going to get hit by this. This is going to work. And especially for a character like Lotus Fist, it's a match made in heaven. I would not want to be on the receiving end of this at all.
Right, yeah.
In a 1st to 2? No thanks.
He looks so confident. Okay, smoke.
Oh no. Pulse not.
Oh, big chance on the punish.
Pulse is not playing as tidy as we saw yesterday.
Agreed.
This is not the same level of cleanliness. I'm sure he's getting overwhelmed by this unorthodox style.
By the way, -4 on Orbiting Hat and 0 on Omega Hat.
Well, there you go. Spend all that bar, didn't even be plus.
Right.
That's a case to how Scar plays this variation.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, though, Pulse does have that fatal blow. Scar, though, the commanding lead. Wouldn't normally think it was that much of a big deal in this matchup, but Scar is playing it so well.
Scar very patient right now. He does not want to let something be easily reacted. And there it was, but the slow startup of the fatal blow saves Scar.
Okay, now, but he's definitely not out of this yet. There's the escape fail. The fatal blow is going to come back now, so another chance Pulse has. Does not want to throw out the fatal blow correctly, though. Oh! That could have been Annie for sure. Oh! The poke!
Down 1. Into. Come on, Pulse. Yes. Forcing movement.
Oh, the crouch underneath!
Cannot get touched.
Are we going to see a teleport from Scar? Is he threatening?
He's right next to the interactable. He's got the hat. Yeah, threatening clearly. The hat went away, but it was still a gigantic read from Scar at the end with the duck.
Dude, that was like, there was no hesitation. That was Scar got hit by the down 1. Instant uppercut. No hesitation whatsoever. Scar, he just knew it. And I want to say, like, commendable patience from Pulse as well, though. To see all of that Scar was trying to set up at the end, get the orbiting hat going. The first thing you'll think is he's going to teleport.
Right.
He set up the orbiting hat. I'm at chip health. He's going to teleport. But Pulse, he waited. He wanted to see the second Scar advance through. Got that poke. And probably, the smart thing to go for a throw in that situation. But Scar, again, that decision-making, like I said, he plays from the gut. He plays with what he feels will work. He got hit by the down 1, just felt that Pulse was going to go for a throw, and just immediate uppercut. No wasted time whatsoever. And Scar making his way into top 16 winner's side.
He's such a unique player. His decisions are unlike anybody else's in terms of the pressure tools he chooses, his resource
Like
usage, that kind of, if that was intentional, I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that is very unique. This kind of thing, like you said, I mean, anybody else would have just teleported in here. Very difficult to deal with that teleport when there is an orbiting hat.
Ooh,
oh, very cool.
Biased commentary incoming, sorry.
Yeah. It's going to be hard for me to avoid, too. Burrito's one of my favorite guys to watch.
Now,
always
actually,
plays characters I like.
But exactly, on the topic of that, this is going to be the kind of match that I don't think we've ever seen happen before. So Video Games Yo, of course, the young gun from the UK. This is his first trip to America, his first American tournament. Dominated his pool with Shao Kahn. But the big thing about Video Games Yo is still very new to tournaments. Has only been competing for about 2 or 3 months in the UK at events that he can go to. Recently won Ultimate Fighting Arena in France, securing his spot in the Intercontinental Finals. Various successes in the online stuff, be it online Intercontinental or online Pro Competition, where he got his first batch of points, which has actually led him to being in the situation now where, despite only being in a couple of Pro Competition events, being Celtic Throwdown, where he got 4th, and the online Pro Competition event, he is actually in the runnings for being able to get into the top 12 if he does well this weekend. Known for that Shao Kahn, Nightwolf now, and Jax, but Burrito Voorhees, I do not want to count this man out. Burrito Voorhees, one of those players that you don't really see have the top level success, but a good track record against really strong competition. And he likes grapplers, he likes big bodies, and this game has those in spades.
He did get 2nd place at Summer Jam.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, he's definitely on the come up. And I talked with him yesterday. He said that this is actually a draw that he likes. He plays Shao Kahn himself, although not in tournament, but that is one of his like non-tournament mains, he was telling me. And so he thinks he understands the character really well. He has a lot of understanding of what the sort of ideas that Video Games Yo, he expects anyway, will bring into play. So we'll see. He told me it's going to be New Era for sure.
Yeah, and I was actually talking to Video Games Yo about this yesterday as well, and he said he expects Burrito Voorhees to play New Era, and he's purposely, out of all of his characters, he wants to pick Shao Kahn, because he actually thinks that Shao Kahn does really well against Geras.
Interesting. Okay, well, we'll see. You mentioned that.
We know it's going to be confidence.
Yeah, he has not been playing in tournaments for that long, as you said. However, every single time he's come out, he's made top 8. 7th, 4th, 2nd, 1st, and 1st.
And for someone that new,
come on.
Like, it's not like he used to compete like in various things. Like, he straight up hasn't entered tournaments until like the last couple of months.
Yeah. There is some talent in this guy, that's for sure.
And the potential was seen by CGL, of course. They snapped him up, got him here, and won his pool, and here we go. 1 game away from winner side top 16. But again, one of those players that, because of his points, needs a big win. So he does absolutely need to win this match. Burrito Voorhees, he's been looking for that big win himself for a long time, and being able to take out someone like Video Games Yo, who is definitely a fan favorite, one of the biggest rising stars in the community right now. That's a big scout to take.
Well, we'll see.
That is a ballin' Shao Kahn costume, dude.
I mean, he's so cool looking in general. Oh, nice. Punish us, of course.
Now it's breakaway for breakaway with it.
Yeah, they're both out of there.
You confirm into the full string. Oh, almost 20% for that. I'll never get used to that.
A little bit of patience here from Burrito Voorhees, but in the meantime, Video Games Yo is all over the place. A lot of stuff is connecting. Down 4, one of the best. Stand 1, one of the best.
Burrito Voorhees sitting back. Oh, now I like that. Video Games Yo, he's using the negative frames to enforce the spear, trying to build up those crushing blows. Now, New Era isn't obviously going to teleport to him, so he can actually trade quite well.
Oh, man, both of these guys have gotten hits, and not the rest of the strings.
Annihilation counter poke. You see him do that a lot. BGY threatening.
Oh, well, I don't know what he would. He had Fatal Blow. I don't know if it's time to use it, though.
Yeah, I think he definitely doesn't want to use it enough to be guaranteed. I think it's too important of a resource to match up to just
too early, too early.
Ooh, Burrito Voorhees.
Trying to do dash down 1? Is that what his intention was?
I wonder if there was some knowledge there. I wonder if he actually can have time to get out of the way of it.
I don't know.
Most players like Flawless Block or just trade down 2, but the lower health you're at, the more dangerous it is. And wow! Carried to the corner from mid-screen.
A lot of patience right there. Burrito was... I maybe just wanted to see what Video Games Yo would do. Get a better understanding of the player himself.
Oh my...
The range is actually wild.
That hit from that far away. Ooh.
Who else gets to do that?
Video Games Yo, that forward throw, and that movement, that crispy block dashing. Oh, that was cute.
Quite a juggle, about quarter life. A little less on Shao, I guess.
I know it's Video Games Yo, he was doing almost exclusively jump kicks, and now he's mixing it up with those jump 2s, those swinging hammers in the air. Kind of throw off that anti-air timing. Ooh, there's that pressure, standing 1 down 4, sweep, mid-screen.
Individual hits.
It's basic, but it's very annoying to deal with, the range.
Yeah, Burrito told me he knew that's what was coming.
Okay.
And yet it still seems pretty good.
But now this is dangerous though, because Video Games, he has Fatal Blow. And
there
he
it
has,
is. Yeah.
enough help!
Immediately afterward, he waited for it to come out and then instantly into his own stand one. Again, one of the best, extremely far.
This does. He might actually be dead. This does huge damage.
Hit here.
Yep.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. I'm never gonna get bored of seeing that. That's how he beat me at Versus Fight.
A little bit of PTSD here.
Yep. Suppressed memories. Thanks for reminding me, VGY. But you see the smirk on his face. It's like, yep. But that's the thing. Like Burrito, he played that well, but again, it's just the comfort. You know, Video Games Yo, the way he plays Shao Kahn, he doesn't overextend. He doesn't overcommit. The most dangerous thing he'll do every now and then is maybe a Hail Mary shoulder charge if he feels you're going to press a button, like MK2 boss style. But like that's few and far between, and I don't think this is the matchup where you're going to see it.
In general, very footsies based.
Absolutely.
I'm still thinking about the fact that his wake up 3 actually hits Garrus after the command grab range. Wow. Wow.
But that's the matchup knowledge, right?
Right.
A character like this, you know, any variation of Garrus now that has the command grab, you have to know what your options are. You know, you don't just give him free reign.
For sure.
We're trading pokes for pokes.
You see down 4, the range, the stand 1 yet again. 2 extremely important tools for the character. Burrito's still stuck.
Safe on block. Like the way Burrito, he's checking those minus frames for forward one. There we go.
And out of the corner here is Burrito. Let's see what he goes for afterward.
He does cut the damage quite a lot, but the positioning is more important. Ooh, interesting.
Looking probably to do some kind of a flawless block right there, but nothing came.
Plus frames.
Yeah, I really think Burrito's looking for flawless blocks in some of this pressure here. He just hasn't gotten it. See what will be up 3 again. Yo! It was. I mean, you could probably jump over.
You probably can from that range.
Yeah, from that range.
But the big thing is, it's kind of forcing Burrito to second guess himself when he gets those corner throws.
No doubt.
Okay, there's the tick. Forward 2. One of the best ticks in the game. Ooh. Plus frames
Plus
again.
frames. Yeah, that's right.
This time respected. Burrito knows the options. Ooh, jump, jump. Video Games, he's fishing here. He wants something big.
No doubt. Oh, I like that idea a lot. There's been so much trading of buttons. It's not quite enough. Does less damage mid-screen. And again, just patient. That sweep extremely safe.
Long throws. I don't know if there's enough time here.
4. Oh, yeah. Burrito's just made the decision to take the throw. I like that a lot.
There's the patience.
Shout just falls down.
That was just so anticlimactic. He's like, oh, I'm bored. I'm going to sleep. But that's it, right? If your character has long throw animations, the less time there is, the harder that comeback is to make.
Yeah.
Garrus actually low-key one of the worst for that himself.
Zoning it a little bit. Can he get there? Okay. Video Game Studio's out of there as soon as he saw that it was confirmed. Burrito taking a turn here. Walks up for the grab. And now you got VGY pressuring a little bit. Plus into what? Yeah, just the trade, as you said. People will often do that.
Very rare to see VGY do that outside of low health as well. Maybe trying to fling some more options into the mix. But there's the hit. He hasn't hit any spears, so not going to crushing blow yet. Even by itself, that's 16.
Wake up 14, but not confirmed. Very rare to see. That could have been huge. There was no breakaway for Video Games Yo.
But you are seeing the knowledge, though, from Burrito, right? Like, he's going for those uppercuts trading. Oh, on hit the punish! No breakaway either. He has the 2 bars. That's for the kill. Annihilation incoming.
Ugh.
And there we go. Match point for VGY. But Burrito, I am not counting him out. He has the options.
I got to yell at my boy later. Do you know that you can only get a command grab on block? Come on, folks. Come on.
I mean, that's the danger of playing command grab characters, man. If you go for the tick and they get hit by the poke.
You can literally option select it to only come out on block.
Well, he hasn't done it.
I know. Oh, man. Getting the grab here. Putting him towards the corner here. That sweep is just so far, so safe.
Ooh.
Again, it's so strong. Even hits
Kahn.
people trying to jump sometimes.
It's like -2 on block?
-2, I believe, yeah.
There's an instant breakaway from VGY. Ooh, the walk back forward. And there's the tick again. Not going to be crushing blow, not near the corner, but
no.
At this point.
Puts up a bit of a shield. Great dog. Oh, what a punish!
Oh, no breakaway because he threw the interactable either. Oh, he went for something. Went for maximum knockdown there, trying to stop the Dark Freeze, perhaps. One thing we haven't really seen in this matchup at all, the Dark Freeze just hasn't really been a factor.
Grab comes. Match point, of course, for Video Games Yo. Wake up stand jab, nothing.
He's looking for the confirm into the fatal blow again, I think.
Fatal's there for both of them, and that means Video Games Yo especially cannot make any ill-advised move.
Another trade.
Down 1, and the grab, but a tech! On reaction, seemingly.
Oh!
And the grab, and it was escape fail. Is it out of the corner? Yes, very smart for Burrito. At that point, in or out of the corner didn't matter anymore.
I like the
On
choice
once.
to throw there as well, because like VGY was clearly fishing for the fatal blow, like 100%. We saw him trade standing jabs like twice, but he was always looking to block something first, right? Block something first, take the advantage, and Burrito Voorhees knew he was going to block, went for it. Ooh, big call out on the uppercut.
Yeah, first time we've seen that. Immediately spends a couple of bars. Nice. Mostly has the corner here. No defensive bar. What?
Ooh, not quite able to get the confirm. Shao Kahn, one of the better characters for getting a combo off jump kicks thanks to the
Full
shoulder
on
charge.
forward too after that sweep now.
There's a kick
Yes.
again.
And there's, well, it just barely got defensive bar. The rollout comes.
Oh, okay. Another one. Defensive throw.
Woo. Interrupted
Ooh.
it. This may be crush. Yes.
Ooh, we did see it. Burrito Voorhees looking really strong in this game, and there it is. The mix-ups.
No
Burrito
defensive
Voorhees.
bar was available for VGY. He was just stuck right there. So it's match point Burrito after having been down to VGYs.
Now this is such an adaptation. There's the whiff on the forward four. Burrito tried to whiff punish, but not quite in time. And again, the throw. VGY definitely not out of this, but Burrito is looking super clean. Tried to anti-air, but again, the jump two. VGY is mixing up the jump kicks and the jump two so much that anti-air is just getting so difficult. Speaking of which, we haven't actually seen VGY be able to anti-air too much either.
No.
Burrito is not.
Oh, here's a punish.
Ooh, okay.
That is quite a risk.
That
You have
was
to be
such
fast
a good
about
combo.
punishing it, though. I mean, it's quite unsafe, but you got to be quick. Wow, nice!
That was so good. The flawless block. Okay, this is dangerous for VGY now.
Oh, yeah, he's in a bad shape. The hit! Oh, buddy! Makes me sad.
And there's the throw again. One piece at a time. VGY wants to bring this back, but the second Burrito gets his own fatal blow. This is going to be dangerous.
Trying to dance in here is VGY. Down fours, stand ones. And there's the counter!
Oh, that's it. That is.
Yes! Wow! VGY goes down. You gotta say, for somebody who has made top 8 every time he's been out to a big event, to be sent to losers here, I think is an upset.
No, absolutely. I feel like it's an upset on paper, but considering again when you weigh out like Burrito Voorhees, we know he's a strong player. He's been looking for this big win for a while, but at the same time, he hasn't quite had the same level of success that VGY has in his short space of time. But for sure, a really, really well played set for Burrito Voorhees. Like his defense, I think he only really got opened up by throws that entire game. Like, he wasn't extending any buttons. He wasn't trying to anti-air often, which is normally where you see Shao Kahn or, like, VGY in particular be able to kind of get those big hits, is those, you know, jump kicks to beat anti-air attempts or, like, those long-range, you know, forward twos, like, things that players will kind of squirm and end up getting hit by. But also credit to the fact that Burrito went for the 4-2-2 crushing blow once. And that whole string once in that entire set. And the one time he pressed it was, like, the perfect time because he knew. He knew that VGY was going to come in, press a button, try and establish again, look for that fatal blow, and he was fishing for the counter hit, and he got exactly that.
Oh, those are two of my absolute favorite players to watch in the scene. That was a treat. But Burrito Voorhees moves on in winner's side. VGY sent down.
And there it is. Oh, that was so good. Burrito Voorhees.
Gnarly one right there. So for VGY, if I can just take a look, I guess they haven't updated it yet. We'll let you know who he's playing in losers. But for now, we're moving on to, I think, the final of the winner's side.
Now this is
qualify for top 16. Yeah, it is. This is Deoxys and Samij.
So this used to be a staple match we'd see varying versions of in the Injustice 2 days, of course. Samij was absolutely one of the best, and that was the game that Deoxys really put himself on the map. But in MK11, it's kind of been a bit of a reverse, where Samij has had more ups than downs for sure, and a big part of that was kind of character choice. Stuck with Katana early on. When everyone's kind of learning the game, was able to do some serious stuff, but as the game kind of developed and Katana's weaknesses became more apparent, he started to have some issues competitively, but made the switch to Cassie straight away, and has pretty much been playing her mainly in tournament, almost exclusively in tournament, from then to now, and his Cassie is looking like it might be one of the very best out there. Deoxys, on the other hand, of course, really rose to fame with that Gearus, very consistent player with Gearus right now, has had some big successes in his MK11 career so far, but as of the patch, has been looking at a lot of Variation 3 upgraded Jackie, which is very, again, reminiscent to the characters he's played before. You know, you look at Gearus, and I honestly would not have pegged Deoxys as a Gearus player at all. like going into this game. He just
I
did
agree.
not seem like the kind of character he would play.
And I know he plays a ton of characters in casuals, but
Yeah.
when it comes to the major events, it's been Geras every time. You even mentioned upgraded Jackie. On Twitter, in public, he's been talking about, oh, he's got the sickest
He
upgraded
told me
Jackie.
yesterday. He was
literally
like,
told
oh,
you?
I am going to be playing. I'm
There you
definitely
go.
going to be playing upgraded.
There you go.
Every time
No,
he's on
it's
stream, he's picking
Geras
Geras.
again, yeah. Now, in terms of points, Deoxys is pretty good. He's in 7th place overall. He'd like to get more, of course, but he'll probably make it into the top 12. Whereas for Samij, he is right on the bubble, 12th place overall currently. He needs to do well to shore up that spot.
Well, that's the scary thing, right? Samij is 12th place, and that's including his massive amount of points he got at EVO.
He got 7th at EVO. He got 4th at Combo Breaker. Other than that, he hasn't made top 8s. He needs to do well this time.
And that's the again a testament to how scary the competition is right now.
Oh, yeah.
He is in the top 12, and he's not safe. Like, he could be knocked out on a whim, depending on of course, you know, who does well at these last couple of events. Samij needs to be one of them. Of course, he's in points territory still right now, but where he's at currently isn't enough to really secure it. You know, we almost need these players to do what Dizzy was able to do last week, where Dizzy was 12th almost the entire season, got 2nd in Brazil, and that's kind of, you know, given him the safety net of he's like right up there, 5th place. These players need exactly that to happen to them.
Could be big. Infinite Warden, Digital Soldier.
Ooh, Deoxys. The very first jump in, he micro-crouched. Like, what a read.
Yeah, he'll do that stuff.
Deoxys free, one of the forefathers of the Geras flawless block stuff that we now see so frequently.
And he's been strong with that really since the game was new. Immediately picked it up. Here comes Samij. Yeah, out of there. Deoxys trying to keep his spacing. Probably wanted down one as the anti-air didn't come. Just trading hits. There's a safe one.
We haven't seen anything super substantial yet.
No.
Of course, Deoxys had that breakaway used as well, so he's definitely not in a great situation.
Got him. Now it's
Punish.
time to get up close.
It's going to be one of those matchups that as soon as that sand trap crushing blow is loaded, it's going to be like almost impossible for Samij to use the kneecapping. But not yet. It's going to be quite hard for him to whiff it against her, considering every time he whiffs it, he's just going to get shot for his troubles. But that's going to be the first round, going to Deoxys.
Quite a read from Samij to do wake up stand 1. Maybe on an anti-air, I don't know.
Yeah, wake-up buttons are always quite a
Here's a
question mark in this game, it seems. Especially against certain characters. Gear is typically one of them, due to his really quite simple to enforce, like, meaty forward 2. Okay, big hit, confirm.
A nice confirm.
Catching speed jumping, so can't go for you know, the normal stuff here. But the breakaway, no matter. Ooh, big hit,
Backdash.
confirm.
I love that. Seeing players move backwards and then get the whiff punish, that makes me happy.
This is like footsies 101.
Uh-huh.
There's the restand. Block, patience. Deoxys can't afford to get hit here at all. Oh, gets a big body splash. This could be the start of something big.
Yeah, after this, he literally needs 1 hit depending on the max here. Oh, he's going to charge it up. Yeah, next hit is going to be Gigantor if it comes.
Oh, but not going to get the chance if the unbreakable stuff comes through. Gunshots. Samij. Now, Deoxys, you know, still going to have that charged gauntlet. Big nerf came to it, but it's definitely not useless. Does make his down 2 crushing blow a bit stronger. Does make his any combos into the stun. Oh, but he's actually going to go for it.
Let's see what he does.
I actually wonder if he's got it for the crushing blow more so than anything else.
Right, okay. He's up there. 330 is nothing to sneeze at.
Oh, wake up
But
buttons.
he does not have bar. So this is not going to be too much damage.
Literally like a second
Still
away
alive.
from having that first.
Right. Oh, a huge read!
Now this is make or break. Samij 1 hit away from dying now, especially with that charged gauntlet in.
No, confirm. It's very rare to see Samij miss that. A lot of safe pressure. Deoxys is out of there. He wants to maintain this corner. Absolutely.
He's dead. Absolutely dead. You can see the forward 1 crushing blow. Nope.
Doesn't even need it. Deoxys taking game number 1.
I almost wonder if that was like an element of... But Geras is the kind of player or character that can, because he can load crushing blows, be it loading the charge gauntlet, loading the sand trap, because he can hold on to crushing blows at will so many times, it really changes how you have to play against him. Because as soon as he has them, you have to be so much more careful when you get opened up by pretty much anything. Because he can just cash out for unbreakable damage, for whiff punish damage. Obviously, it takes him a while to build that up, but by the time you're in round 3, he probably does. Like, Deoxys there had... at the very least, the charged gauntlet crushing blow. And the threat of that always being there, you start seeing Samij make some mistakes. Misconfirms. Now he's considering... Oh, now I know he has been playing a lot of Katana since the patch.
Yeah, that makes sense. She did get some help.
definitely seem to be one of the stronger characters. Some of the players out there definitely see Highborn as like top 10 material.
Right, I've heard.
Potentially.
Yeah, sure.
The only thing that we're lacking with Highborn is to see it in tournament, and this could be the event that we see it finally work, but actually might be going back to Cassie anyway. Yeah, looks to be keeping it safe, going with the main, sticking with the thing. Or not.
No, or not.
Ooh.
We'll see. Didn't you play Highborn at least a little bit at DreamHack Montreal? I think that I saw him do that.
I don't remember it myself. I know I only really used to see him play Fanfare, because early on Fanfare really was the variation
Sure, yeah.
kind of players use. But Highborn has received quite a lot of love over the last couple of patches.
It has, and the character overall has gotten some help. So
Yes,
here we
absolutely.
go.
Big things, fans now, mid if you amplify them, can now amplify air fans for better combos.
That's huge right there.
Ooh, big neutral jump. Now that's huge right there. The Adenian Razors, you get that instead of the fan lift, but it's huge chip, safety, and on hit, big damage, and it's all unbreakable.
Right, yeah.
Your health bar just disintegrates.
Yeah, it's
a
like
couple of
a fifth to a quarter damage each time.
Oh, and
Nice!
up.
Each blocking it out. Trying to move. Deoxys gets there with down one first. And going for the big stuff. Not too bad. Deoxys with 350.
That's big damage, man. Deoxys always had those optimals on deck.
And again, okay, so Smeech, and he does find some hits, all right. Can he get in there for the pressure?
Ooh, tries to anti-air with that down 3. Just misses, unfortunately. But better to miss than to get tagged. Uh-oh. This throw comes into play. This is like one hit from death territory now. Wake up! It's flawless!
Oh, big read by Deoxys.
That was huge. There's a classic Deoxys flawless block right there. Now one life bar away from winner's side top 16. Samij backed against the ropes with his Highborn.
There you go.
Ooh, okay.
That's new stuff. Well, all right. Allowing Deoxys here to get a little bit more pressure. He wanted the flawless block up to 100%. And nothing came from Samij.
Half life because he got tagged by almost just two of those razors. Oh, big last minute jump kick.
Nice.
Anti-air, okay.
Deoxys is out of there. Doesn't want to see any of that. Yeah, even on chip, that's legit.
That's like 5% chip.
Yeah,
time. Oh, the delay too! Look at that!
Nice. No, for sure. It's good.
That was like back one into fans for the entire life bar. One of the reasons, if not the main reason, that so many people think that Highborn has that case to be so solid right now. Because that damage just comes out of nowhere. And before you know it, you've lost all your health. Big neutral jump, but didn't do it in time. Ooh. I love Samij's use of the amplified fan just for safety.
Probably out of there is Samij. Yes. Deoxys, relentless about it, walking right up there. It's match point for him still. Hoping to see a button. Nothing came.
Oh, the crouch.
It's huge. No breakaway for Samij. Deoxys gets whatever he wants. 300.
Oh,
Samij in trouble.
This is slipping away one throw at a time. Tries to jump. Deoxys catching him out. Down one. Deoxys just keeping this a one-player game.
Stealing turns everywhere here.
On again!
Oh, man, he stole so many turns to take that one right there.
Oh, that was... Looks like it was really frustrating to play against because Deoxys was just bang on the money with everyone, right? Because that's what you do. If you do something minus into a down one, it's like for Gyrus, right? It's like it's his fastest button, and on hit it starts his offense. So he's going to put himself constantly at minus frames, but not punishable, expecting you to go for a high or like a throw maybe, thinking he's going to block. But if he hits you with that down one, he just gets to put you in the blender again. And that's exactly what we saw Deoxys do time after time after time.
Sometimes that's, as the defender, you want to use a slower button to guarantee yourself more offense, right?
For sure.
If that lands.
I mean, case in point is Katana. Maybe he was looking for the back one.
I would think so. I would think so.
Turn it into the razors on hit or block, do that gnarly damage. But Deoxys, he plays Katana himself. He hasn't played her in a while, but he definitely has dabbled with her in the past, so he's going to be aware of those options, especially when she's been like buffed the way she has in these patches. But that flawless block on the wake up three was that was crisp.
Killer.
And that entire end, just Deoxys was just again that 1-1 stagger, you're looking for the overhead or the sand trap, delays it down one like over and over and over again until before you know it. It is done, but now we move down to losers bracket action.
That's right. The winner's side, top 16, will be SonicFox versus NinjaKilla.
Oh.
SonicFox versus NinjaKilla will be one of the matches.
Okay.
Splash versus Forever King, Dragon against Scar, and then Burrito Voorhees versus Deoxys. Those are all great. Now we have to iron out what's going on down in the losers side. Just to let you know beforehand, this match is taking place right now. Gur beat Maxter, so Maxter's out of there. Now it's Kelvo versus Gur to make top 16. Redox eliminated Tweety, who is out. And now it's Redox versus Combat. Dizzy moved on past Ludi. It'll be Dizzy versus Han Rashid to make top 16. As I said, Euphoric beat Daddy, eliminating him. Now it's Euphoric versus Hey
Dude,
George.
Euphoric is having quite the journey. We're going to see some barking irons on stream. I hope so.
Oh, that's right. No, I said Euphoric beat Killer Shinnok. He then also eliminated Daddy. That's quite a run. Wide Turn eliminated K7 Show Off. Now it's Samij versus Wide Turn. Rewind beat Matrix. Now it's Rewind versus Video Games. Yo!
Oh, it's Wide Turn over Deadly Rebel as well. Wow.
Oh, that's right. And K7 Show Off versus Perfect Legend, eliminating him. Rewind eliminated Biohazard.
Oh, that's going to be a rough one.
And now, like I said, Rewind versus Video Games. Yo, Coach Steve beat Yates, then Frosted. Now it's him versus Pulse. DJT eliminated Nivik. Silver Riot eliminated Mighty Unjust. Then Silver Riot eliminated DJT.
Whoa.
And now it's Rye versus Honeybee in loser's side.
This might be the most stacked top 48 we've seen in a long time.
Every single one of those names is good.
I feel like
no doubt.
near enough like every name here is something that's like wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
The worst thing is we don't have enough hours in the day to stream all of them.
I hear ya, yeah.
But it is the way it is. Hopefully those the off-stream camera monsters got it for some of us. But this is going to be a big game for both these players. Again, you know, we talk about it often, but two players that they need the points. They really need this win. And again, they need to eliminate each other to make sure that the other one doesn't get closer.
Yeah, in terms of standings, I believe that Kevo is 13th. Let me check that. He is 13th, and Gur is 17th. So they're both around that bubble. But there is quite a difference, actually. 17th is 255 points. Samij is at 12th, currently in with 425. Kevo at 340. So both of them need quite a few points to move into that guaranteed top 12 spot.
And that's the scary thing, right? Like we're literally at a point that top 8, that's not enough.
Right? No,
you need to get like 4th and above at worst, and even then 4th is probably pushing it. You need something big to really just give you that big point injection. But it's going to be the same match that we saw Kevo fight last time, of course. Gera being just as much of a Geras specialist Infinite Warden as we see Forever King, so the benefit of Kevo, he's played this matchup already today.
And they've played the matchup against each other a couple times this year. At CEO, Kevo took it, it was 2-1, but then at Defend the North, in the winner's semis in top 8, Gur beat Kevo 3-0. That's quite a statement right there.
Also the kind of thing that, you know, Kevo's going to want to get that run back on.
Yeah.
Oh, that was like one of the coolest Geras costumes, dude. One was like the mask, the armor. Oh. Right, here we go. We're losers track action.
All right.
Ooh. That's a very Liu Kang way to start the game.
Yeah, I don't even know if he meant to do it, but ooh. Nice. Okay, we're seeing some good stuff out of Kevo here. And he's out of there. Of course, Gur tried it. And backing off slightly. Kevo turning some. Oh, tried to turn the offense on Gur, just denied it with that 6-frame down one, the fastest.
Okay, big confirm here. No breakaway for Kevo. This is going to be all damage. Oh, just built that second bar. Go with the awareness. Oh, and he had a crushing blow. Ouch. Oh, full screen punish.
It didn't say punish, actually.
Wait, it did it?
It said reversal, yep. I don't know what Gur was trying to do. Okay, jump kick.
Had the health to take it. Fatal blow was there for Kevo, but I still don't think it was kill territory just yet.
Yeah. Got him. Great keep up. And he's going to load the crushing blow next time. That bicycle kick hits, it'll be there. That goes in. Doesn't want to spend the bicycle kick yet.
Oh
okay,
my goodness.
There is breakaway, yes.
Oh, catch one jumping.
Wanted to find something there, but yeah, jump's okay. Still get more pressure on that. That's the thing about Geras. It all turns into the same pressure.
Yes, even if it has a crushing blow on it, the important thing is just still being up in their face when they get up. That's what Geras does best. Arguably better than anyone.
Nice dog.
Oh, and he had it.
It's not enough. Gur lives, and he has Fatal, and it will be close to killing if he finds a hit.
If he gets some chip first.
Yeah. Oh, it worked?
Okay, well, I guess we're going to find out.
Yeah, now he's trying it here. The situation after this is at range for Geras. Let's see what Gur does. It does not kill as we suspected. Okay, he can even chip it out. 4-2, he didn't do it. If that had been 4-2-1-2, I really think Gur would have taken the game.
Now Kevo manages to squeeze in that down one. Takes the round back. What a piece. Oh, flawless block. Oh no! Rare footage of the 4-2-1-2 whipping.
Yeah, there's a couple of errors from Gur here, unfortunately.
And we just did bicycle kick, crushing blow was used, so that resource no longer on the table. So that huge damage possibility to just chunk down one at a time is going to be reserved almost for just the throw crushing blows and the fatal blow if he gets low enough. But what a lead to have now.
Oh, wow, he's really turned it on.
Wow, yeah, this has been pretty one-sided out of nowhere.
I would say, yeah, it seemed so good for Gur. And then a couple of errors for Gur. Here's maybe a chance to get things going.
Okay.
Oh, he had whiffed a couple, got it. No, and Kevo punishes it.
No, he doesn't have the fatal blow anymore.
There is a breakaway, and there it is. Now, Gur, if he finds...
Oh, I respect the attempt. I respect the attempt.
That is a risk to take.
He was 1,000% expecting Kevo to press there. I mean, it was a good situation to expect the poke. He had like, don't think he had any last breath, did he? I don't think so.
Kevo had been pressing a lot of buttons too.
Yeah.
He's been very active.
In Magic Pixel, you know, if Kevo blocked that down one and decided to take his turn instantly, and he pressed into the stun, then maybe Gur could have taken it. But calculated risk didn't pay off. Kevo gonna take that one anyway. Now again, we're still 2 out of 3. We have to be sure here. Gur, he went to Brazil last week. He didn't get the amount of points that he wanted. And again, you know, we talked before about, you know, don't want to sound like a broken record, but it is crucial for both of these players to do well here. If they don't, they can near enough kiss their pro competition adventure goodbye, outside of course, the LCQ. But you don't want to be the guy that has to rely on that to make the finals.
And especially because Gur had good chances in that second round, and then at the beginning even to the third round. I feel like mentally, something I'm always a little bit worried about for Gur is that he puts his heart on his sleeve in these matches. And
absolutely.
When it doesn't go well, sometimes he gets in his own head about it. We'll see if he can recover.
But if you've watched this guy play in pretty much any of the major tournaments over the last couple of years, you've seen how upset he can get when it doesn't go well. Like, you know, because it's not like he's upset that he's lost. He's upset that he didn't. You know, wasn't able to do it. You know.
Yeah, I mean, he's not mad at the
close.
opponent. You know,
Yeah.
He's always super nice. It's just he has high expectations for himself, and he wants to do well. Now we got the grab here. Kevo has a chance to pressure. Pretty light. Oh, nice timing. He waited long enough that he convinced Gur to press the button.
Didn't want to use the crushing blow either. Oh, I don't know about that.
That's a big read. He didn't even have meter there afterward.
No, I guess that's not the first time I've seen Kevo do that today.
That's true.
I think maybe he just wants to kind of establish that dominance.
Back in the corner.
Maybe willing to. Ooh.
Great block and excellent punish as well. Okay, so for Gur, I'm no longer worried about the mental state. The way that round went, in sealing it that way, I think that gives him some mental strength.
He didn't even flinch. Like he was expecting
exactly what
that.
to do.
Yeah, he was expecting it the whole time. Hang on though, Kevo finds that big uppercut. Trading the uppercut for the breakaway, definitely worth it for the defender. Breakaway will come back. That down two won't.
Yeah.
Oh, there it is.
Got it lined up.
Oh, another opportunity from Gur. That one wouldn't even have a chance to crushing blow, I don't think.
Breaks out, of course, and now Gur's got a chance to pressure. He wanted to see buttons, and again, there have been lots of buttons from Kevo, but that was not the right moment.
That's so dangerous when Liu Kang players opt to go for those, like the little micro crouch just to get under, and then immediate standing one, and Kevo finds himself on match point. No bar, but no sweats.
Again, we're in losers for two players who really need to do well.
This is arguably the most important life bar of Gur's MK11 career. Ooh.
Almost there.
Good trade for Kevo, actually, because on the back of it, ended up getting a punish on the whiff button. Ooh, the knowledge. But dangerous stuff for Gur to enforce that, but he's willing to do it. Oh, the sled!
Of course, it's Gur who brings it out. Always had a favor for interactables. Too fast on the button there was Gur, and now it's Kevo pressuring.
Wait, that was
jump. Can he get there in time? He
huge.
cannot. Kevo now, Gur gets the hit. There is a breakaway.
He has to. Down two to get the damage. Yep. Oh!
Of course, it's a breakaway as well. It's tense.
That fatal blow.
Oh boy,
he
he
gets
really
hit.
wants to convince Gur to press the button.
Oh,
Gur
oh!
finally.
No, it could have been it. That could have hit. That could have hit.
It definitely could have. Kevo's here. Down to the wire on both sides.
Ooh!
Down one. The grab comes for Gur, and he stays alive.
Oh my! Look at the both. Look at both of them, dude.
The left side of your screen right there.
Jesus.
Oh, they both had a little bit of face action.
I can feel the stress.
Yeah.
I can feel it.
I'm stressed out, and I'm just sitting here watching.
Jeez. I mean, that's what happens when you're at the end of a year and you're like nearing the end of like a long kind of 6-month grind of tournament after tournament, and it literally boils down to one play on one life bar. Oh, to be the guy to win it, to be like, oh, I can't believe it, and to be the guy to lose it and be like, oh, I can't believe it.
Yeah. Yeah. When both players have the same response to winning.
Oh
and
my
losing.
God. Oh, I would not want to
boy.
be in their position right now. Let me just leave it at that. Oh, but this is what it boils down to. One more game. Just, oh. The pressure they must be feeling right now.
Yes.
I can only imagine.
All right, Gert gets a grab to get things going for himself. Out of there's Kevo. I think that might be the first back roll we've seen.
Yeah, we're not really seeing much wake-up rolls at all.
Would have been cool. No offensive bar, of course. All right. And now pressure. God, both these characters snowball so well.
Huge
They
read.
did regular jump too. Funky.
And there's the retaliation. Standing one again. One again. But that's why on hit you have so much time to hit confirm it into the bicycle kick. Now Kevo using all the resources, but he wants that crushing blow. He knows it's important, but Gur, oh, okay, cashing out the fatal blow immediately. Taking the life lead. He knows that Kevo has no bar, so he's not got a huge chance outside of fatal blow to kill him instantly.
Well, this is definitely good damage. Gur, ooh, he
That
was
could've been it.
almost there. Absolutely very close.
Ooh, I mean, the only thing that would have beat was a stagger, but the stagger was so unlikely to be there.
I agree with you. I'm very surprised.
I do wonder if Kevo is almost, I don't want to say panicking, because I don't want to discredit him, but...
Oh, this is a counter.
Oh, dearie me.
Oh, Kevo. In just the same way as I was worried about Gur when he lost the second round in the first game, now I'm a little worried about Kevo.
So at the same time, though, Kevo, this is 1,000% stabilized offense. He is now feeling it again. He has, I think he spent this entire game with like barely any meter though.
Yeah, it does feel that way. Although he does.
Oh,
have the
escape
West
failed.
lined up.
Oh!
Yeah.
And
Grab
again.
man, right back in there. Gur yet alive.
Oh my
Grin.
goodness. I mean, Kevo hasn't really gone for any throws at all in this set, and now.
Oh, there's.
Oh, wow.
Nope. Did not quite a punish for Gur. He was backing off, and there's the trade. We're going down to the final round here.
Would it have gone any other way with how this set has been going? This is it. For both players who desperately need this win, it is one life bar apiece. Okay, every single hit here is going to count.
Yeah.
Every single one.
Gur desperately trying to maintain space. Stood up just a frame too early. Oh, huge stance for him.
Now Kevo finally has a defensive bar, and it's
Right.
gonna go.
You know he's going to use it, yeah. Gur trying to move forward, a flawless block. It's Gur's turn yet again.
And again, Kevo
Escape
calling out.
failed.
Calling out the stagger again. Gur does not want to overcommit to either of the options of the overhead.
It was forward throw that got the crushing blow the first time, I believe.
Every single time. Okay, max range, but no.
No, confirmed. Very rare to see. There's the crushing blow. It's a great use of the resource at that moment. Gets in there. Is that enough? It is. Kevo eliminates Gur.
Oh my goodness, and you can see it already. Kevo with the relief, but he knows.
These
Gur,
are
of
yeah.
course.
I mean, you could see Kevo knows what this means to Gur.
For
They
sure.
both know what it means to the other person. And good friends, both great guys. One of them's going to come out on top today, and today it was Kevo.
Hey man, I applaud Gur, dude. He had this like absolute just trek of a time with MK11. I don't want to say it's over for him.
No, it's not over.
But obviously it's going to be a lot more difficult from this point out, to say the least. But you can see the disappointment. You can see, you know, he's going to hold that in his chest. You know, he's going to hold that deep down. But the good thing about Gur is, you know, he's one of the most humble guys in the community. So after a bit of time, after he's had time to kind of like sit on it, you know, he's going to be all smiles again. He's going to be supporting his boys that are still in the tournament. But
yeah, that's the thing about Gur. I mean, you know, if you're in the crowd here, I'm sure you're seeing him walk off the stage now already kind of smiling. Like he has that initial sort of flood of emotion, and you can really tell how much he feels it. After that, very soon after, you know, he's here to hang out with friends. I mean, I'm sure disappointed, but he'll have a good weekend.
I mean, you definitely, one thing you can't deny is the man's grind. You know, he's been to Ireland, he's been to Brazil, he's been to all across the USA.
Right. Listen to this: 9th at Combo Breaker, 9th at CEO, 9th at Celtic Throwdown, 9th at DreamHack Montreal, 9th at Brazil Game Show, and then this weekend, I guess he got 17th. Yeah, 17th. So this is somebody who has been traveling. He's just been right outside, knocking on the door every weekend.
And unfortunately, just hasn't had that opportunity to just break through into the absolute final stages. You know, I know he wants it because he has done it before.
He has
done
it before.
Injustice 2 was one of the absolute
very strong
big threats with Atom if he was in the event. But Unfortunately,
Well,
just wasn't meant to be today. And credit, of course, to Kevo.
Oh, of course. Yeah, we're talking a lot about Gur, but shout-outs to Kevo, a very strong player. So cool that he is coming to so many offline events. This is a guy who was great in MK9, took some time off, did play especially online, you know, here and there in other games, but for MK11 has really been back and back strong. So for Gur, there's basically another chance. NEC, you'll get points there as well, but like we said, coming down to the end for him. Here's the next one in loser side as well. Combat and Redox, who again just eliminated Tweety in the match before this.
Now Redox, of course, I believe is still a Cassie player through and through, so I'm sure he's going to be bringing that to the table this time. And Combat, I mean, who knows?
Yeah,
like genuinely,
on the right
who
side
knows?
of your screen right there. He's looking at the screen right now.
I wonder if even Combat knows.
Sure.
He's like, I don't even know who to play.
Not yet sure.
Who would we like to see him play?
Oh, I'd like to see something weird, but you know, I don't know if that's the right call.
I want to see more Soli Ashang. That's what I want to see.
That was so cool. I'm very interested to see that. We saw Eternal. Gearus, really fun to see as well.
Outtake Johnny, of course, something he has also been playing. Definitely one of the pioneer Johnny players.
Sure.
Definitely. The big thing about Combat's Johnny Cage is he would only pick it in matchups that he knows that Johnny Cage would at very least go even in. You know, because there are a number of matchups in the game where Johnny Cage couldn't really establish his offense and still can't in those variations because of the force balls whiffing in certain situations. But the good thing about Outtake is that Outtake isn't played that way.
Nope.
So it doesn't matter. And then all of a sudden you have the option, but won't even be a thing we see right now. It's going to be most likely Eternal. He has been playing almost, I think, only Eternal this entire tournament with Gearus.
We've been trying to drum into you how important this tournament is for points, and Combat's the same way. He's currently 14th
for sure.
overall. So he's also right on the bubble. We were talking about for Kevo and for Gur. Combat is in the same position.
Redox, however, not really.
No.
Very far away from being able to make it in the top 12. But again, you know, should he like win this event and then maybe win NEC as well, that by itself could do enough. But that's a tall order to ask.
Yeah.
So I would argue that the pressure is definitely more on Combat here than Redox. But Redox, that's not gonna be the only reason you compete, right? Just make fun of.
Of course.
You want to win the tournament. You want to enter. You want to play. You want to do well. And Redox has had quite the journey so far.
Yo, that was a punish. That's what I'm talking about. Let's see the movement.
Of course, Redox going into this on the back of beating Tweety, which is a big name to take.
That's huge. Yeah, Tweety did not have the weekend he wanted, no doubt. Trying to get something there, too far away.
Wow!
Very well punished. And that forward 3 is the way to get in there and punish. That was maybe the only tool that he could have had at that range.
From full screen, knee first. Ooh, okay. Already seen from Burrito Voorhees how strong the tech game can be from that command grab. Ooh, okay.
It's still there. Alright, we'll see what we can get. Just goes for the damage. Knockdown, here he goes. Aye, alright.
On wake up too, that was big.
Again, puts it out.
Plus frames incoming.
Load, yep, right back into the game.
This variation looks really fun to play.
Dude, I 100% agree. I've been playing it, it's so sick.
Like, if you know Gearus as well, and it's just like, ooh, wow, this is a cool move to have. And we know Combat was a big Infinite Warden guy before for certain matchups. Ooh, late.
Immediately into it, he's gone for stand 2 in that situation every time. This time, the mix-up. Trying to explode his opponent as she is moving forward. Great reaction by Redox. Okay, the bar is gone. There is a fatal blow here. And it's not going to end up mattering. Game 1 goes to Combat.
Solid play all around, really. I don't think he looked phased at all. Look, he was actually really happy to play from the range that Cassie normally dominates. You know, Digital Soldier Cassie is mainly known for just kind of that kind of jump distance control, kneecapping. Can't jump because she's got some of the best anti-airs, some of the best advancing mids, but Combat is kind of just dancing just outside of that range most of the time, looking for those forward 3s, looking for those advancing whiff punishes, and just setting up the sand clone, like, all the time. Because as soon as the sand clone's out, you have to be careful.
Oh, yeah.
You can teleport to it, you can explode it, you can juggle from it. Man has options. And the second he goes in, command grab mix-ups.
Ooh! There you go, right on cue.
Or just like right in the neutral. And there it is.
It's actually still there.
Yeah, that's it. Plus frames. Oh, and this time, knowing that Redox blocked last time, goes for the grab.
The awareness that you have to have, I think, to play this variation well is really fun. A little demanding, but very fun.
It's almost like a one-move variation as well. Like we get to see the rewind be used, but Sand Clone, on the other hand, all the time. And it's so good. Like, it's worth picking for that alone.
I agree. I agree.
Oh,
right
big hit
in there.
Breakaway is forced, yep.
Getting
Combat knows.
Combat could, and immediately into the grab. That is a mid-command grab. No ducking on that one.
Combat is just playing this strange mix of like long-range footsies, and then the second he's in, it's just like dedicating to command grab or button every time.
In there, look at that. There's no breakaway now. Whatever Combat wants is what he gets. Jump back splash. Yep.
Big damage for what that was, almost 360.
Ooh.
Oh, there it is again. Oh, not close enough, but Redux was.
Touch,
Yeah,
right?
he was respecting
it
anyway.
too much.
That's almost the story of the day. Redux is blocking so many times, and Combat is just non-stop killing him for doing so.
I understand, but at the same time, yeah, a little bit too much respect, I would say.
Oh, that is not being that's not being returned in kind.
No. Mixing up the timing.
Okay, the reversal throw. Redux does have that fatal blow, but Hero Soldier not the best variation at actually using it, unfortunately. And look at Combat, he's just squirming. 3 jumps on wake up
He's
back
so
to back.
active in mid-screen, he's so active in pressure. The dude's still there. Oh,
He just stared at him. A sand version of Combat was just looking at him the whole time. Uh-oh.
Oh, you can't move in, no.
Oh, and there it is. Oh, he made the screen like a 10th its normal size for Redux at the end there. Unfortunate turn of events for Redux, but Combat, you know, he's going to be happy with that. Loser side, of course, cannot afford any mistakes, and will be moving through to top 16. We'll be seeing him later on.
And I believe that it will be Kevo versus Combat in top 16.
Oh, Kevo is just having to run the Gearus gauntlet.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
That's a good job. He is clearly prepared for the matchup, you know, like Kevo is definitely coming in with a lot of that knowledge. Now, biased commentary incoming 2.0 as Dizzy TT takes to the stage against Han Rashid. Now,
wow.
This is
both of our local boys?
Yeah, dude.
Oh my God.
We're about to not be on the same page at all. This entire set.
Every choice Han Rashid made was genius. I can't believe Dizzy made all those dumb choices.
Wow, what an idiot. I can't believe it. That is so bad. What a bad player he is.
I know.
At this fighting for top 16 in this pro competition stacked event.
This was so cool. This is exactly what you want as Eternal Gearus. You want that stage control.
You want them scared, dude. When you have them scared to the point that they're just not moving, they're blocking from full screen, and you're just like making a man posing for his Twitter header version of himself right in front of him, just like that. Now Dizzy, I want to say from here, shout outs to Dizzy. I'm not saying this as a biased UK fanboy. I promise. I know most of you don't believe me, but Dizzy has pretty much been to as many pro competition events as he can. I think he may have attended every pro competition event this year to try and get points, because he's always been 12th place in the leaderboard. But always 12th. Like, he always gets points, but everyone in top 12 gets points every time for the most part, which is why there's such a big divide between 12 and everyone below them. Dizzy has always got points, a couple of top 8s, but on the lower end of top 8s, would usually be out quite early in the top 8. But because of the constant grind, went to Brazil last week, and finally, after half a year of constant travel, constant grinding over and over and over again, got his second place, got such a big boost of points that finally he can actually relax at an event. Not that he still is content.
You know what's funny is I was talking with him yesterday. We were hanging out.
He's not relaxed.
He is not relaxed at all. He is not actually convinced that he is for sure in there, even though he is.
It's because he spent so long not being it.
Yeah, he's just.
But also, like,
just so used to not.
He's a young guy. He's competitive. He's super competitive.
Yeah.
So he's not going to want to be like, yeah, it's okay to lose, because in his mind, it's not okay to lose. And Han Rashid, of course, another player that we know is capable of really good things, is so good at the game. Now has really settled on Liu Kang for the foreseeable. Had a good set against NinjaKilla. Like, it was 2-0, but it was not a wash by any means. Both of those games could have gone to Han Rashid, which makes me think that we have quite a good match on our hands. Dizzy, of course, plowing through loser's side, as he did get out of his pool in losers yesterday, so he's had a bit of a slog today to get to this point. And Han Rashid, of course, losing to NinjaKilla in a very close, again, close 2-0, but I'm telling you, watch the games. They were close games. So this could be really good.
You talk about the travel that Dizzy's had, especially compared to somebody like Han. Dizzy has been to Stunfest, Combo Breaker, CEO, Vianality, VS Fighting, EVO, Celtic Throwdown, DreamHack Montreal, a couple of online competitions, Ultimate Fighting Arena, and the Brazil Game Show, and of course ECT.
He's probably spent more time on a plane than on the ground this year.
He was actually telling me that he has almost no experience against Variation 3s because he's been to tournaments each of the last 3 weekends, and in between he is home for literally 1 day. And so he was like, I just hope nobody uses variation 3s on me. I literally don't know like what to expect out of him.
We did a King of the Hill the other day where a bunch of the UK boys and Dizzy was in it, and most people playing variation 3s, and it's just like, what am I looking at?
Yeah.
He was like learning on the fly, like picking Cetron variation 3s, just like, wait a minute, what do these buffs do? But it's going to be Sonya versus Liu Kang, as we anticipated. Ooh, okay.
Not quite there. Didn't hold it, I guess.
So it's going to be Luohan Xuan, Liu Kang, as expected out of Han Rashid. Now Dizzy with that Ringmaster Sonya. Now Dizzy was talking to me yesterday, and he is actually considering changing characters at some point. He's actually like, he's not sure if he's really enjoying Sonya at the moment.
Oh wow, okay.
But obviously still playing up for this weekend. He still has put God knows how many hours into this character.
Right,
so for this weekend, I'm sure we'll be seeing him play it almost exclusively.
Directly in there, no hit confirmed from Han, but he does go in. Trying to navigate the rings. Oh, just before, barely, and I like to keep up.
Capitalization, just a jump kick straight into bicycle kicks.
Failed.
Both bars.
Very important series for Han Rashid, where he loaded up crushing blow, and is not going to spend it here. And where he also got 2 parts of the bicycle kick crushing blow.
And he won the round too. That was like as good
Ideal.
as it could possibly go. And he has the corner too. Anti-air attempt from Dizzy, but not quite in time.
Walking back. I like the idea from Han. Dizzy also walks back, who I like to control. Here's a great chance for Dizzy. No!
A little bit too far away. Okay, crushing blow on the projectile. Gives him a decent lead and the screen behind him to work with.
Punish, not quite. Not quite. It could have been close.
Oh, and there it is. The crushing blow throw is now off the table against Han Rashid on the back of that throw tech. Dizzy paying attention. Really trying to slow this neutral down. You have to be careful though. You don't want to let Liu Kang kind of move in forward.
Just like that, the escape build is back on deck.
Oh, and a big forward
well.
four. Yep.
And he'll load it up fully, and now Dizzy, even though he does have breaker, just 2 hits from Han, 1 grab, 1 bicycle, that's it.
Dizzy, he fishes for that down 3 a lot. Sonya's down 3 does start her offense very well, and look, there it is.
I love the timing on that
again.
Dizzy. So good when trying to zone out. And he does take advantage. Okay, very nice for Dizzy. Staying alive here.
And also the corner swap. That's a big thing there. You do not want to be back against the wall to Liu Kang if he has round 3 and crushing blows ready to just let go on demand. The longer the game goes on, the scarier he becomes.
No offensive bar here for Sonya, so can't make a mid.
But if there's one Sonya player out there that's happy to kind of play at this distance and just wait for it to come back by stopping you coming in, it's going to be Dizzy.
Sure, yeah.
By far the driest Sonya out there.
I think that makes total sense. No need to go in. Great anti-air. You can see how prepared Dizzy was. He had not thrown a fireball before that, just in case of the jump.
Oh, tried to go for that anti-air, but a little bit too late. Another throw tech.
Oh, it's a hit. Dizzy's got to get out of there, yes. But the hit comes, Han Rashid, and immediate bicycle to take the game.
And that was very well played again. You know, as soon as Liu Kang gets to that point that he has those crushing blows ready to go, any hit becomes more terrifying. Because bicycle kick is typically what he's going to confirm into, right? Be it an anti-air or air-to-air, wayward jump kick. Like, bicycle kick is going to connect at some point. So if he has the big damage payout, you are going to be wishing he didn't.
Yeah.
Now Dizzy, of course, he's going to take his time. We're still in best of 3 territory. Not getting top 48, I believe, might actually be the lowest placing that Dizzy would have had this year.
Yeah, he's never been worse than 13th. At all those events I talked about,
that's mad.
He made 13th at CEO and EVO, a.k.a. 2 of the hardest ones in the whole year. Other than that, a lot of 7th, 5th, 2nd places recently, 1st at Sunfest.
Now Han Rashid, of course, is looking absolutely on point. Just absolutely dominant with Liu Kang. You know, I think it really is it's good for someone like Han Rashid that he usually plays a lot of characters early on as well. He experiments a lot, you know, finds his kind of footing with the game, but settled on Liu Kang a while ago. And it's not just this variation either. We saw him play Wuxi Legend yesterday. I have no doubt he's been dabbling with Variation 3, but it's just a true knowledge of the character.
Sure, he played Liu in MKX. Yeah, he's a big fan of the character. It's Dizzy. Maybe trying to move forward more often here. Let's see how he approaches this.
Getting clipped by a couple of hits here and there, though. Han Rashid really mixing up
it's
those.
It's definitely much more approach heavy, at least so far here for Dizzy. No more bar.
Also the flawless blocks. Han Rashid nullifying this chip damage.
Han does take a turn. Wow, and it's with the grab because he did not expect it. Here comes Han now. Look at the patience. Ah, yes. Very nice for Dizzy.
Ooh, raw dragon kick.
Okay. Taking some advantage of that situation. Dizzy gets space between himself and the corner now.
Oh, the punish. Dizzy opted not to spend the bar, and he is going to pay dearly. Another
great
throw
throw
tech.
escape. Yeah, so many coming for Dizzy. Han not willing to throw back, I guess. Or maybe he is, and he's just Dizzy's a genius. I don't know.
Oh,
not there! She ducked under it!
oh, the counter poke. Tried to catch him pressing, but Han Rashid is too patient.
Wow, and it's actually Han Rashid at match point right now versus Dizzy. Dizzy sent to losers yesterday by Splash. He had a close one versus Doom as well that he barely made through. It's been a tough weekend for Dizzy.
No, he's not out yet, but it's looking rough. Han Rashid. Ooh. Escape failed. Even his defense, Han Rashid, is barely getting opened up by anything. And even when he does, it's usually like because he was expecting something else.
Again! Dizzy's still prepared. The Lanzy's punish comes.
And again, you see him just trying to squeeze in that down 3 wherever he can. As soon as Sonya hits that down 3, it's her turn, but for the first time in a while, Dizzy finds himself with a decent life lead. No bar for Han Rashid on the defense, so all damage is going to be good for now.
And instantly he spends, let's just say Dizzy spends the offensive bar. He's spent all of it, I think, literally every bar on Ring.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's a bit of a risk.
And the flawless block, and he crossed
Out
up.
of there, now it's in trouble as Dizzy.
And there it is, another throw, Dizzy. He's teched so many, but there's only so
Once
many
you're
he's ready
midstream,
for.
it's less clear whether it's going to be forward or back. And sweep. Oh, Dizzy, he does land it. He does land it. Okay.
I am impressed and disgusted at the same time.
Souls. Let me see that shield.
I think he's still alive. He's definitely still alive.
Might be. Yes. Dizzy going for chip at this point.
Oh my God!
Dizzy barely stays alive.
Oh, Dizzy by the skin of his teeth and then some, still alive in this set. Use the fatal blow though. That's a big resource to go, but the important thing is still alive. Han Rashid wasn't quite able to close it out. He had the right idea. There's the whip punish. No bar to amplify, but he gets the corner swap at least.
Patience again for Dizzy.
Oh, and they got low crush attempts.
Yep, there had been a grab in that situation last time. Dizzy under it.
Another grab, escape failed.
Oh,
this is big.
boy.
This is big for Han Rashid. Oh, he tried it instantly.
Great read by Dizzy, who finally got a bar. Come in.
Counter hit. Uh-oh.
Yep. Is there a bicycle? We'll see.
Oh!
A huge read. So after that crushing blow throw was lined up, Dizzy had exactly the right reads on both jumping it and down 2ing it, and he stays alive even more. It's 1-1.
I can't believe that Dizzy brought that back. I thought after how dominant that first round was, it was just going to be, you know, maybe Dizzy is just not going to win this one, right? Han Rashid was just playing at that next level.
That's how it seemed, but Dizzy woke up a bit, realized some of the things he needed to do. Some great reads at the end right there to get around the grab.
The good thing about those big reads, like those neutral jumps, the neutral crouches, those big, brave decisions, risky decisions, when they pay off, that is a surefire way to just boost your confidence right back up. So if Dizzy was feeling shaky about the way he was playing at any point in those first couple of games, probably a thing of the past. Han Rashid at the same time, though, definitely still capable of winning this game with how solid he's been playing in this set. But the big thing is, like, really enforcing the throw game, right? Like, forcing Dizzy to constantly tech. Even though Dizzy is teching way more than he's getting hit by, with a crushing blow throw character, you kind of don't need that. Like, it doesn't matter. You just need them to get that one escape failed, and then the one grab, and that's it. You know, all the tech before then is balanced out.
You're also doing a little bit of damage each time on the throw. You know what I mean? That adds up.
Wow, Han Rashid getting hit by everything so far.
Oh, didn't have the amplification. I'm surprised there. Here's the chance. Yep.
You see Dizzy playing a lot safer now as well.
Again, the read. Oh, Dizzy is starting to get all these reads defensively. See if Han can settle it down for himself.
Yep, crushing blow built towards. There's 2 now. Oh, big hit, confirm. Side switch.
Another thing I think Dizzy's... Again, the read! Oh my god! Defensively, Dizzy is on fire.
And there we go, the meaty forward 4. Maybe to catch another wake-up jump, perhaps? Oh, the catch! And again, wow.
It all of a sudden feels like everything's going Dizzy's way. The jumps over the grabs. Offensively, the mix-ups are working out too. Han's got a tall order now to deal with.
This has been a complete turnaround. This is a completely different look for Dizzy.
You see how ready Dizzy was? Might have been able to stand one there. Han Rashid didn't try it.
Every time Dizzy's going for that, the low crush, Han Rashid hasn't been hit yet, but the constant threat of it.
Dizzy would love to have seen a jump.
Nice.
Great anti-air. His own jump game. Han had his own anti-air. Still trying the grabs. Even, you know, I love this. Dizzy had done so many escapes from a jump, and yet Han still is in there making it happen. Yep,
no defensive bar for Dizzy. Time to let it go on that forward 4 crushing blow. Oh, preemptive. Okay, this has been a much better round for Han Rashid, but the escape fail comes through. Han Rashid didn't get through it. Oh, preemptive uppercut. Oh,
tried it. Oh boy, if only forward 4 with 9 frames still. looking for a jump, and then guess what? It's match point both. Oh, this is really coming down to the end.
This has been a complete reversal. Round 1 was all Dizzy, and this time Harm Rashid making it work. Oh,
Whoa!
wow, that was so dangerous.
Extremely strong opening. Yeah, quite a risk.
Oh, the interruption. Breakaway isn't used. Gonna save it for something heavier, I think, as Harm Rashid. Even on life relatively as well, especially in this kind of matchup.
Dizzy waiting for that bar to come back. Here's Harm Rashid. Nice keep up. Okay. Oh, boy. Spends it. Yes. Giant damage. And now Harm Rashid in pressure here. There's no defensive bar for Dizzy. He may be in trouble. Punish comes.
Oh, opts not to go for the fatal blow. Oh, the overhead! Watch out for that fatal blow, though.
Boy.
Both players.
Oh, yeah. They both know it. Neither one wants to take that big risk. You see the range that they're keeping is outside. Can he get in there in time? Oh, no, and it's punished, and Han takes it.
Dizzy went for one of those staple interactable jumps to try and get in, and on block committed to the fatal blow. I don't know if he was expecting Han Rashid to maybe go for his own, but didn't work out. Han Rashid, the patience to the end. And that was the kind of thing that Dizzy tends to go for a lot as well, is those big interactables where you just jump at them. Has a really good success ratio for them hitting. So in that situation, a good reason to think it might connect, but a little bit too eager to get that fatal blow on the back of it as Harm Rashid just blocked until the absolute end. And that was just so well played.
It was a great set, really. Yeah, I thought on both players' sides we saw great adaptations. We saw very interesting mix-ups, great footsies, use of timing. Really good set.
Classic MK11, I think, right? It was the whole shebang. It was good crushing blows. It was good playing around throws.
Yeah.
Generally, like, you know, dealing with jumps, keep away. A good demonstration of what the game is looking like right now. And Harm Rashid, of course, going to be really happy with that win, making his way to top 16 now over Dizzy TT. That does mean that, unfortunately, for someone like myself, the one of the two English guys is now out of the tournament, unfortunately. So
that's right.
Sad, boys. But well played, Harm Rashid.
VGY still in there. He'll have to play against Rewind later on in loser's side. So Han will play the winner of Hey George and Euphoric. Let's see what we got coming up next. It might be that. We'll take a look. Again, great set. I loved these reads. I thought at the end of this second game, when Dizzy jumped over a grab, down to under a grab, and then went in, that set of reads I felt really got him back into the game. I mean, literally it did, but on top of that, it showed that mentally he was there. This, I don't know, it was on block. Maybe he was hoping for a button from Han in that situation.
Maybe, but didn't work out in the end. And Dizzy TT, for sure, we'll be seeing more of him over the months to come. Of course, he's in the Intercontinental Finals, and
and again, 5th place overall, I believe, right now in points. Let me double check on that. He is 5th overall, yeah. So
absolutely
should be good when it comes to final combat.
And Harm Rashid we'll be seeing later on in top 16. But for now, we have Hey George versus Euphoric. Now, this is going to be one of those matchups that I don't know if we might ever actually see again. So Euphoric has been playing Barking Iron's Aaron Black, which is not the variation you typically see with that character used at all. You know, the one with the dynamite and the slide cancel. I know he's mainly known for playing that. I don't know if he plays the 52 card as well, but I know the talk of the venue has been the Barking Irons.
You know what's interesting too is that Hey George actually also uses Barking Irons. Like I said, I watch his stream quite a bit. He is always playing weird characters and variations, and that's something that I've seen from him quite a bit too. So he won't be caught off guard if that is what it comes. But I'm seeing a Baraka, and it's Marauder.
Ooh, okay.
And let's see if they've already checked buttons. This might be real.
By the way, there.
Nope, never mind. He's putting his stick up. It is definitely not. Oh, or we'll see. I don't know. We'll see.
We will find out.
Round 1, fight.
No.
Okay, button check. It is. Oh, a button check with the crushing blow drill. So, of course, it is going to be Arctic Anarchy for Hey George. We saw him have a really dominant showing yesterday, taking out Gur and DJT in his pool to win. Was a pretty one-sided match against SonicFox, not going to lie. Was very dominant. SonicFox beat him with the outtake Johnny Cage, which we were expecting to see today as well. But at the moment, Hey George, is going to be wanting to return to form. As yesterday was like an absolute animal.
Oh, yeah.
And again, with that Arctic Anarchy, Variation 3 Frost, right? Variation 3s are here, and they must be labbed, because they are very strong.
Aaron Black.
And which?
Shinnok's Bone Temple.
I believe he picked Barking Irons.
Yeah, okay.
Pretty sure. I'm going to assume he did, because he's known for it, and I think I saw it. So I'm going to assume that he did.
Alrighty.
Right, now this is going to be an interesting one for sure, though, because a character like Barking Irons has been... The variation's been in the game since day one, but I mean, let's be real. No one really uses it.
Right.
It is one of the least used variations in the game, I would say.
Yeah, and these are two of the only players who I've seen use it.
Absolutely. But
So he's got a
actually,
command grab in there. He does not have the stance.
he has the grab, the dynamite, and the ability to
The
cancel the
dynamite
slide.
is what it is. Yeah, and the slide cancel, of course, right? So a little different combos as well.
It pretty much changes his offense completely because it all becomes a mind game around the slide cancel. Like, will he
Right.
slide? Will he not? Because as far as I'm aware,
Oh, hold on.
uh-oh,
Something went wrong.
oh no,
We'll find out for you.
that's not what we want to see at this point in the tournament.
No. Again, this
But
is
of
to
course-
qualify into top 16 losers.
Well,
On Brendan up to the stage.
admins are discussing it right now, regardless. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Oh, please say it ain't so. Say it ain't so. Oh no.
What happened?
Maybe his buttons are just wrong.
Could be, but they were just checking it. Well, that
Are
is
they-
a bummer.
The question is, what are they actually going to restart? Oh look, hey
I mean,
George.
is the nicest guy in the
Yeah,
world.
dude.
It's not supposed to be up to the players. It's supposed to just be the rule that if the opponent pauses, then they lose the round.
But sometimes players would just be like, hey, don't worry about it.
yeah, I'm saying like that's not supposed to happen, but
George is the kind of player that
That
would
is what
absolutely be
happens,
like,
nevertheless,
hey,
yeah.
it's fine.
yeah, he's definitely that
Okay,
guy.
well, Nelly, so Barking Irons, normally you see 52 card pickup, right? But around kind of Scud Shot and all the, the mind games that come with that. Do you cancel it? Do you not? Try to make safe things safe by amplifying it, or they think you're going to amp it and you don't. Barking Irons, not having Scud Shot changes the character as you know it completely. Thanks to the cancel slide, the command grab mix-ups on the back of it too. Dynamite, not the most practical thing in the world,
Right.
but it's there. But it's mainly the command grab and the slide that you'll see utilized. Of course, he keeps all
Here
the
we go.
universal errand stuff. So you have the normal slide, you can let it rock. You have the advancing overhead, the drop kick. You got the acid, so you still have decent tools.
Back two, but nothing else. And Uniforming backs off. Here's Hey George trying to make it happen. Great punish.
Clean punish on that roll. Into the full screen. Now he's going to try and chip him out one piece at a time.
No bar.
Ooh,
Wide.
okay.
Actually hitting the sky.
Low-key, one of the better things about this variation is that dive bomb, though, because it's like, you already have Frost's jump kick, which is one of the better jump kicks in the game, and now you have the ability to change your jump arc with a dive bomb that if it hits the floor first, is completely safe.
Right.
Oh, wow!
Exactly what you were talking
Instant
about.
dive.
Right,
Yep.
yeah.
Instant dive to get over there.
Great knowledge by George. Continuing to pressure with the back one here. And Euphoric is just trying to get away. You can see it right now. There's no offense from him. He is desperately trying to get away. And while that lets you live, it doesn't let you win. Nice!
Oh!
And like I said, George is not going to get caught off guard here. He knows the variation.
Well, that's the crazy thing, right? You say that no one really plays Barking Irons. Two of the only people I've ever seen in the world ever play it are these two. Even
Exactly
George.
right, yeah.
So George is going to know where he can and can't challenge.
Yeah, it's kind of a bum draw for Euphoric if you think about it. Punish.
Oh,
Oh, what a choice! What a choice.
Euphoric tried to do that. I can only imagine he went for the fatal blow, imagining George to maybe try and jump away from the dynamite, because the dynamite is unblockable. One of the only unblockable specials in the game. And it will launch you. So if you're near it and it blows, obviously it's gonna launch you for free. But do we see the same thing?
52 card pickup.
Okay. So he's changed to 52 card. He's decided that Barking Irons is not the play here. I think what probably like kind of low key called it was the moment he cancelled, George pressed the button
100%.
and won. So he's like, okay, well, George knows, so I'm not gonna bother. Maybe. Of course, this is loser's bracket as well. So if ever you're gonna second guess a character pick, now is the time. Even if this doesn't work out, you have to go with what you feel is the right thing.
Auger start. She feels so strong from that range now, that mid-screen.
Well, the big thing is that like the Auger projectile makes her back two so much more dangerous.
Yeah.
Normally Frost is obviously back two has a huge gap that everyone knows how to pause block. Back two projectile is a high, you can duck under it. But the back two drill, because it has travel time, makes it a lot scarier.
Yep.
It just opens it up so much more. Oh, Euphoric getting caught out. Very easy to hit confirm that second hit, and George is ready.
Oh, try to shoot him, no. George back off to this range, exactly what we were talking about. I think it could be plus at max range, right? At that spot?
Yeah, it is plus from there. If you try and move a bit late and he goes in like a back one or a button, you are going to pay for it. And I love how safe George is playing. He is overcommitting to nothing on Wake Up.
Hey, oh, and the jump. Oh, Euphoric trying to get something going. Not enough right there. It's match point, George.
George, this has been a commanding set so far. This is the perfect range to be at. That kind of sweet spot corner pressure with Frost.
It's not like Euphoric's had a bad day. He already eliminated Killer Shinnok and Daddy. Buffalo already out.
Oh, it makes up the fuzzy.
Boy,
No punish.
Not punish. Very strange.
And again, that's completely safe on block. And there's the counter hit. Big damage incoming.
She is such a terror at that spot.
Ooh, optimals. No bar. 322. Very clean stuff from Hey George.
Euphoric in big trouble. Oh, just yeah. Never got anything going. It was entirely George, and he moves into top 16 losers.
That was a dominant performance. Really good demonstration of Arctic Anarchy Frost. I'm really happy to see George. So normally when you see George play another NetherRealm game, he typically goes towards characters that are kind of on the lower end of the spectrum.
The weirdos.
Yeah, or good characters, but the kind of less used or seem to be less strong variations of those characters.
Uncommon stuff.
It's really good to see him not limit himself with character choice, right? Because like Frost is definitely not this like overpowered, like super duper top tier character, but she's definitely like a really solid pick, you know, a strong character, especially in this variation. And to see a player with his skill use a character like this, with his mindset to how to approach them, how to use them, especially with like his limited world-class experience. He, you know, again, a couple of times a year is like max. You'll see him at these kind of events. The proof is how good he can be when he doesn't hold himself back like that.
This is a guy who's come up here from Chile, and when he does, he tends to do well. It's just, of course, that's a very far trip, and you can't do that too often.
And it's expensive.
And it's very expensive, yeah. All right, so losers again. This is going to be Samij versus Wide Turn. Now, Wide Turn has had an interesting weekend. In losers, he beat Deadly Rebel and K7 Showoff, but before that, he beat Punk from Street Fighter and stuff. He then beat Charbok and lost to Kevo in pools. Of course, thereby getting into top 48 losers. But I liked what we saw when we saw him on stream.
No,
good.
White Turn really has just got that just crispy variation 3 Jackie. You know, it is 1000% just a really good demonstration of how strong she can be in the hands of someone that knows how to use it, because that's not an easy variation to play.
No, very difficult execution.
Yep, execution heavy, tricky. Your hit confirms are unorthodox, because you have to hit confirm like point blank jump in normals at like last minute. But the reward is obviously the fact that she's very dangerous.
Yeah.
You have good pressure, you have good mix-ups with the air ground pound or the overhead air attacks. Of course, you know, the shrapnel blast, jump kicks or plus frames, like the options just go on and on and on and on and on. But before we get into this match, my friends, if you do enjoy what you're watching with competitive Mortal Kombat, make sure to follow NRS Esports on Twitter. Keep up to date with all things tournaments for the game, and keep up to date with what's going on. All of it is on that Twitter account, so make sure you're following it. But we're getting quite deep into the losers side of top 48 right now. Top 16 will be beginning, I should say, soon. But of course, we do have a handful of games to get through. Samij, of course, here on the back of a defeat to Deoxys earlier on in winner's side. Deoxys looking really good as ever, but as is Samij. Now, what I want to know is how is what I would say more of a traditional slow-paced footsie style of Samij Cassie gonna match up against this pretty wacky character in upgraded Jackie.
Yeah.
Especially like White Turn is looking like really impressive.
He's the only person in this top 48 who I think is using the character in tournament. We talked about Deoxys playing the character.
He hasn't really been using it, yeah. Not here anyway.
Not at this event, you're right. Just checking buttons here. Yeah, how does Cassie do against Hellboy? I don't know. We'll see.
Or Blue Beetle and Hellboy mixed together.
Yeah.
But that's it, right? You take universal buttons, the mids, the groups kick.
Jackie just has so many tools. I really think she is one of the premier characters when it comes to 3 different variations that are all legit.
Absolutely, absolutely.
First round KO, of course, has done major damage in tournaments. Next gen, the one with the goop, I've always thought it's good, and
it's way slower.
People have made top 16 with that at majors. Now you have upgraded, different take on it as well. And each of those has that base Jackie that's very good and puts really different styles on it. Like, you can play that character in very different ways depending on the variation that you pick.
The big thing, though, is Upgraded is the only one that really kind of has that dangerous full screen presence, right? The ever-present threat of the super jump. I know it's not, you can't just throw it out and just bam, you're in. Like, you can be anti-air, people can stop you, but if you're like playing a set and you're kind of conditioning people slowly one at a time.
Miss.
Ooh.
We mentioned the difficulty of the execution.
Actually, that's the first time I've seen him miss it all tournament as well, at least on stream anyway.
You have to do the, oh my god. All right, nice range. Jumping in, that's something nice. Other Jackies don't get that. You're not right in there after that crushing blow with the other ones.
Absolutely. And it doesn't cost anything either, that super jump. It doesn't cost any resources.
There's the low. It's quite a risk. Very unsafe on block.
Oh, absolutely. But that's the mix-up, right? Because all of your air attacks are overheads on the way down, they stand up because you're in the air, and then bam, a low out of nowhere. That's one of the reasons why a lot of people call out like the Hellboy of the game.
Right.
Hellboy's leap had a very similar mix-up.
Very similar. Can he solve it? Okay.
Oh, another drop.
Breakaway. Expected breakaway, and Samij did not bring it out.
I'm pretty sure that was just a forward two, like the non-rapid punch. I think he may just have.
You want to just punch instead of
maybe, yeah.
I don't know. Ooh, patient, and then exactly at the right moment, Samij presses the button.
Oh, corner switch as well.
Yep, tried to duck, no dice. Unfortunate drop. Can you get there in time? No. Lovely back dash burst for Samij.
Perfect with punish, crushing blow.
Yeah, great understanding of what wide turn wanted to do. Just like that, it is a complete dominant performance by Samij.
Oh, wow.
Around. Look, just like that.
That was just an uppercut. That was just no messing around. Whack. 2 950 health characters as well, so that life bar is going to go down a lot faster than you might think.
Oof. Shut down. Wide turn trying to get out of there.
Ooh. And another uppercut, Samij. I think Samij is really trying to make it as dangerous as possible for wide turn to establish any of this super jump shenanigans.
Can he get there?
If he messes up anything, he's just going to eat 14% of his
He
bar.
did mess up there.
Ooh.
Continues the string.
I find it quite rare to see Samij go in like this. I think he realizes that he can't really play from a distance against this variation.
Very difficult character to zone against, no doubt.
Ooh, flawless block. Okay, into the grab. This is good for wide turn.
What can wide turn make happen?
Oh, wake up butt.
And butt. Jeez. And the reset. Wide turn's in trouble. Oh, punish not quite there. Chip is an issue as well. Oh, yeah. I really like that as a way to cut off the screen. The most obvious way, the easiest way for Upgraded to get back in that situation, go to the sky. So,
also important for Samij to instant air it as well to make sure that the bullet wasn't like max jump height either. Because the lower down the gunshot was, the more likely it would catch the startup of the super jump. And that's going to be one clean game to Samij. Being a lot more aggressive than you normally see, but again, he's playing the matchup, right? That's why Samij is such a threat. Oh, okay.
He saw the full string last time, blow it up now.
Ooh, okay.
Ooh, all right. Oh. All right, that is a little tricky. That is a little tricky.
I like it. I like it. Unsafe either way, but dangerous. Oh, he knows. Samij, you've seen that one before.
Will wide turn keep going to the low?
Oh, with punish. Okay, this is a slobber knocker of a game. He's beating the crap out of each other.
She actually whiffed. That was funky. Samij gets the hit, takes a little bit of a turn, trying to make something happen.
Oh, the amplified. I think Samij was ready. Oh, that crouch could have been it.
Anti-air was there. Beautiful stuff.
Is that enough to? You can't have to kill here? No, not quite. Oh, he tried. Wake up fatal blow, but didn't have the health to absorb the jump kick. Match point, Samij. Already, this has been a really quick game. I normally expect a fast set when you have upgraded, but this wasn't the result I thought we would see if that was the case.
You expected in Upgraded's favor, but it's not.
Oh, another drop, wide turn. He's definitely not playing as clean as I've seen all weekend. Unfortunately, stepping away from him, you can't afford to make these kind of execution errors against Samij at this level of competition. One game away from top 16. There we go. There's a hit. Samij.
Yep, okay. Okay, this is actually very nice to see for wide turn here. That he got the combo. Well, most of it anyway.
Okay, well he's still got the life lead, so that wasn't the end of the world. That combo up.
Turning it on here. Great block by Samij. Ooh, the duck and the punish does come. Wide turn waits till he's in the corner. Oh, only down 3.
Oh, I like that one. Using the super jump just to get out of the corner. Ooh, he tried fishing for the counter hit there.
Samij tries to press the button. It actually whiffed again.
Uh-oh, he's dead. And that's definitely it. Especially with the 950 health, that is absolutely curtains for wide turn. As he is taken out in loser side by Samij. Definitely started to stabilize it a bit towards the end, but unfortunately, as is the way, you see how wide turn was playing, no doubt earlier today, given the fact that the players he was able to beat, and on stream yesterday. You see how he was able to play with the character when you don't drop anything and you just keep it going, and obviously your execution is there, and your damage is there, and your setup is there. Compared to a set like that, where a character that hard to play execution-wise, you do begin to drop things. You see the price you pay.
I do understand, I think, why somebody like Deoxys would not want to bring that character into a tournament like this. It's just difficult to do. And so if you can play a character, even as strong as you might think that she is, if you can play a character that's much easier executionally, then you can really focus in on the strategy itself and not be worried about screwing things up otherwise. That may be a longer-term project of a character than like a sort of week 2.
Well, but isn't that really the fundamental point? You know, there's a question of, do you play a character that's been out for 2 weeks, or do you play, even if it's the same character, do you play a variation that you've been playing for what, 5 months, however long it's been right now, 5, 6 months?
I mean, that makes sense to me. I think that if I were in here, I think I'd probably make the same choice that Deoxys did. But again, I really like seeing what Y-Turn did. I'm hoping that we see more from him moving forward.
Oh, me too, definitely.
There's clearly talent and strength there.
He's also a really fun variation to watch,
It
right?
is.
Like especially someone like Y-Turn that, again, we didn't necessarily get to the chance to see it there in that set, unfortunately, but when like the execution is perfect and it's like crazy combos and the mix-ups are like really dirty, it is really fun to spectate. But, oh, speaking of fun to spectate, we have one that is going to make me really stressed out, I think. We have CGL's Video Games Yo from the UK against UYU Rewind. So, 2 younger players seem to be, well, I suppose of the same kind of player, right? Where Rewind definitely has more experience in tournaments than Video Games Yo. But they're both kind of known for the same kind of play style, where it's kind of like really good reactions, good character choice. Speaking of which, though, I do wonder what we're going to see from Video Games Yo, because mainly nowadays has been playing Jax and Nightwolf mainly, right? When it comes to competitive, high-level competition, and Shao Kahn is who he'll kind of pick out if it's not looking so good, or he just feels like he's got the unfamiliarity edge. But he's been playing Shao Kahn only this entire tournament, which is the last thing I expected to see.
Okay.
Of course, he had a really close set against Burrito Voorhees on the winner's side. Burrito was able to take that with a really good display of New Arrow and Rewind in loser's bracket because he was convincingly beaten by Pulse.
Yes.
He was one of our more unknown players still in this tournament.
That's right, and then Rewind since then had to beat Kiltron to make it out of the pool. He beat Biohazard, and then he beat Matrix. Both of those were listed as 2-0s here. So for Rewind, maybe turning it on. As you can see with his hands right there, it is a little chilly in the venue today.
So I'm wearing a windbreaker, and I'm still feeling it.
I am wearing a nice comfy hoodie, so I'm all good. But if you're not, yeah, it's a little chilly in here.
Shouts to East Coast, the merch, East Coast Throwdown.
So 8th overall is Rewind right now. That's not as comfortable as he'd like to be, but having won Celtic Throwdown and the MK Online competition, he's all right. 9th at EVO, 9th at DreamHack Montreal, 33rd at CEO, 25th at Combo Breaker. Whereas, as we mentioned, Video Games Yo has made top 8 at every single event that he's entered.
Well, obviously, quite a tall order to be able to do the same thing here now as this match. This is Rewind versus Video Games Yo. This is for top 16.
What do we got here? Jackie?
We have Jackie and Shao Kahn.
Oh, Shao, okay. And is it first round KO? We'll see.
I think that is the variation that Rewind
That's
plays.
all I've seen him play, but yeah. And just to bring it back to points again, Video Games Yo at 15th overall. He'd like to have a good showing to get into that top 12. So it is first round KO.
Now here we go. Rewind. This is that classic Jackie pressure we've been seeing from launch to now. Staggers, the throw game. The Video Games Yo. Video Games Yo known for good force blocks and good throw tech, so I do wonder how this is going to work out.
That hammer is so cool.
I love it, dude. He's got some of the absolute, yeah, he's got some of the best gear in the game by
agree.
far, Shao Kahn.
It's very cool looking.
This has been a really dominant game for Rewind so far. He's just not letting him out of his sight.
Trying to make something happen. That big stand one. It's a high, of course, but other than that, fantastic. Yeah. See if Video Games can make something happen.
Okay.
Is that button out yet again? The range on that stand one, as you can see. Excellent. Again! Using it in footsies. No, a drop. A very rarely seen drop from Video Games Yo.
A costly drop, unfortunately. No maximum punish on that grab, but still there.
Brought it out. GY waiting. Oh, he waited.
Oh, no.
Not killed. Oh, Rewind. Oh, no! And there's no breakaway from Rewind here, and there's no drop either from VGY. He ends up stealing that round.
Yeah, Video Games Yo still be able, I thought the second he whiffed that fatal blow, that was going to be it, but Rewind didn't get the dash punch after the string. That would have done it. Video Games Yo. And kept the fatal blow, too. Oh, big jump kick, though. Double bar spend. Uh-oh. 400?
Yeah.
Oh. One of the absolute best things about watching Shao Kahn is just when you see those 2 bars spent, you know big damage is on the way. But this life bar, again, because Jackie is a 950 health character, it disappears faster than you'd think, especially against a character like Shao Kahn. It was a good confirm, but the breakaway was there for VGY.
There's just so much blocking for Rewind. He's on the back foot so much. That's not why you want to pick first round KO. You want to be in there. At least he has the corner now.
Okay, throw games. In the corner, both throws just as dangerous. Doesn't normally get pressure off the front throw, but will in the corner.
Now, oh, punish!
No!
Not in range for it.
Too stubby the normals from Jackie. And again!
Could have done step kick.
That's 2 for 2 now that VGY's gone for the annihilation.
Oh, the end, yes, as the classic finisher right there. There is a gap, right? But that, nevertheless, is coming back down. And even if you trade with a down 2 or something like that, you're getting hit.
Now Rewind, you saw him. He was trying to go for punishes, but they just weren't there. Of course, mainly known for Liu Kang nowadays, but does have a dangerous Jackie. Going to be sticking with it, so this is going to be the run back. Rewind, 1 game away now. Again, he's in top 12, so he's in a situation to make the finals, but 8th. So he's kind of safe, but it depends on how everyone else does, right?
Sure, yeah. I mean, in 8th place, he has 670. 12th is at 425, so that's quite a ways. But still, you want to shore it up.
Absolutely. And VGY, he needs this win. Definitely one of the players that absolutely needs this just to be in a chance to make the top 12. He needs to win this game.
And Rewind had a couple of those drops last game. Very uncharacteristic for him.
Okay, the throat. There's a tech.
Sweep. Yeah, it's hard to just walk backwards against this Shao Kahn character.
And there's a big punish. Only 1 bar spent. Oh, no. Spends the second on the better Oki, VGY. It's rare to see him go for that ender, but in this part of the screen makes sense.
He has spent 2 bars when the opponent has no breakaway. Just trying to get as much damage as he can.
Okay, there's a big hit for Rewind. That's 1 towards the crushing blow. We know how big that crushing blow can be. Okay, big hit there.
Here's Rewind. Pressuring, and he was patient. He was worried even after his own cancel. Rewind has fatal blow. Video games, was giving him nothing.
Oh, the whiff punish he tried, but didn't get anything more.
Nothing to look at here. Nothing to whiff punish from VGY. He's just hanging out. Look at this.
He's not pressing anything. He's waiting.
Absolutely. They both now have fatal. Rewind now is doing the same thing. Neither one pressing the buttons. They both understand the situation here, how dire it is.
Oh, there's the sweep. And the down 4. VGY is going to find the moment, and match point is his. Rewind. He was winning a bit of the game, like towards the end, but as soon as that fatal blow was on deck, the game completely transformed.
It feels to me as though Rewind sometimes has frozen even during his own pressure, and I think that's very uncharacteristic for him.
Had enough sport?
See what I mean? I mean, sure,
yeah.
Is it really her turn? No, but we've never seen him challenge in that situation.
I think he's waiting for moments for VGY to stick out a down 4 so he can block it and then keep his pressure going. But VGY, he's not pressing over and over, like he's finding his moments. Oh, the drop combo! And there's that Shao Kahn pressure, standing 1, plus on block, down 4, really fast. This is the alternation. And then every now and then, as soon as he knows you're blocking, 4-4, plus frames still. Uh-oh.
I love that grab right there. It's such an understanding of Rewind not pressing buttons there. Very consistently so. So Rewind now has fatal. He can be dangerous, certainly. He's so talented. If he turns it on now, it's still available to him. He is running out of time.
Plus frames again. Respect. Rewind does not want to stick anything out. Uh-oh. 1 hit at a time. This is getting away. He might be dead. That's 950. No, not quite. Oh.
But, so that was... VGY still willing to challenge, right? That's -2 on the sweep right there. It's not actually Shao's turn, but he saw so much from Rewind, of Rewind just hanging out, being frozen, not taking advantage of situations.
He definitely seemed to catch on at how visibly uncomfortable Rewind was, right? Like a big part, and the thing is, when you're playing first round KO, it's kind of rough to let that happen because first round KO thrives on, again, you know, the kind of the fake outs. She's got the fast mids, she has the fast buttons. You wanna make them press so you can press and chew them up, right? That's how the variation works. But VGY, even though he was pressing a lot of down 4s, a lot of standing 1s, because that's what Shao Kahn has to do, he wasn't doing it at times where it was too obvious, right? And like you said, when Shao Kahn goes for those sweeps, it's -2 on block, but his down 1's really fast with how locked up Rewind was playing that whole time. Maybe that's why he just got away with a lot of it.
I think you're right.
But a really good result and desperately needed for VGY, of course. I cannot stress enough. He's only been playing for a few tournaments for a few months. So he came into this year's pro competition quite late.
Right.
So in order to be able to catch up to the rest, even to be able to have a chance to do that is really difficult. But he has a better chance to do it now. He's made that top 16 spot. But moving on. Okay, another match that I know a lot of us are looking forward to watching. Coach Steve, who has been a staple in the NetherRealm community for a number of years now. Another person really thriving on that first round KO, Jackie Briggs, for the most part.
Yeah, I was curious to see what he would do in this tournament because I know he loves Kodokan so much. The character has gotten so much love. I think is a terror now.
He was saying he was actually really looking forward to playing Bullock. You know, playing that new Kotal, but we haven't really had the chance to see that yet.
I have not seen that on stream. I've seen Jackie from him so far.
But Pulse, the man of the hour, Pulse, we did see him get convincingly taken down by Scar, so it wasn't quite the same showing we saw yesterday. But Pulse, the reason Rewind is in losers. You know, he had such a good show.
Kodokan, I heard it. I heard it. I heard it.
Oh, is it Bullock? Is it Bullock or is it Ascension?
We'll see.
I know there's a certain Mr. Aquaman watching from home right now.
Either way,
oh my God,
the character is so cool to watch. He's gotten some buffs, the new variations, very interesting.
The new one is a wall. It's a brick wall with a sword on it.
Character, honestly.
You ever like super glued a sword to a brick wall? That's
he feels like such a boss character. Yeah, it is Bullock. So he has the damage totem. There you see. He has the defense totem.
Now this is what? This is classic Kotal. This is Blood God reincarnated.
Yes.
Blood God with a wake-up attack.
Right.
It's all about the totems. Get the hit, get the totem,
It
stack them up.
Well.
There's the disc, -1 on block. Very dangerous. Ooh, okay. There's the hit. Even that by itself, 2 hits into special, 24%. That's with no totems either.
Right. Just coasting around. Here's Pulse trying to make something happen here in pressure, keeping himself safe, not taking any big risks. Yep.
And there's the reduction.
Get in there. Yeah, this is defense totem.
Oh, another one. Oh, the unblockable.
What a call.
And there's the damage. Okay, level 2 for both. That chip damage.
Yeah, right.
Oh, he's dead.
Oh, you cannot go in
dead.
there, Pulse.
He's super dead. He's gonna run out. He's run out of bullets. What does he do?
I don't know.
He can't win.
Not sure.
He's just gonna sun ray. Oh, there we go. So I want to get out of the way quickly. The way the totems work and the reason Bullock is so scary is this variation has a damage amp totem is the blue one, damage reduction totem is the black one. It's faster to get the damage ones up than the reductions, but when you stack them up, you can have a maximum of 3, and each level improves obviously the potency of the buff. But if you have a stack of 3 totems and 1 is defensive and 2 is offensive, because there's 3, you get the full level 3 benefit of both totems.
Yeah.
So the more he gets, the more dangerous it becomes, and we are seeing that right now.
Cash down on the throw, crushing blow right
Oh
there.
my God.
Again.
There's 1
I'm
damage totem.
terrified of this character.
I love it. Welcome back to Mortal Kombat.
Oh yeah, 100%. Very cool.
Look at that. That's level 2. He's
Oh,
dead.
dead for sure. Absolutely.
That was level 2 and it still did 19%. 196 if I'm being pedantic. You can round it up to 20, but you know, who's counting? Oh, welcome to Bullock. This is Bullock Kotal. Totems.
Ah, Johnny and... is it outtake?
I actually don't know if I'd agree with this. Outtakes projectiles do not do a lot of damage,
I
and
was just
he
gonna
can
say.
tank up.
Yeah, that's right. I was watching you play in the same matchup where Johnny was throwing all the force balls in the world, and you were just there with the sun ray and the damage totem.
And that was
hanging
my
out.
terrible, like, day 1, maybe day 2 Kotal. This is
Yeah.
Coach Steve.
Right.
Coach Steve has been grinding this character, dude. Okay, so on paper,
Did he actually even get the Blood God colors? I'm sorry. Go.
then that'd be sick. Can you imagine anything more fitting? It's
Yeah.
just like, oh, okay.
Round 1.
Yes, no, he has, he has.
He did.
But it is outtake. So you can actually just, from what I've seen in this matchup, it is possible for Bullock to just straight up sit from full screen and just tank it out. You know, take the hits on the trades, go for the totems, get the sun ray up, and then you're going to be trading discs that do like 160 damage.
Ooh,
He throws them at you.
Okay, Pulse stays away. Trying to stay away in there, and it's a counter hit on the string.
Oh,
Ooh,
the
understood
read.
that there was going to be a breakaway. Coach Steve. Very much in control right now.
On hit. Oh. Everyone's looking to get another totem up before it runs out. 10-second time limit on them. They're up for longer than you'd think. And each time you add a totem to it, it resets the time.
Got him.
Oh, there we go.
Pulse is making this happen here.
That would have been huge if that connected. Because that parry still amps his damage. Like, it's not even just the damage totem that will make this character hurt.
Round 2. Fight.
Not there in time.
Okay, that's going to hit. Okay, there's the full hit. You can see it. Oh, wake up attack.
Wake up and take advantage of it. Now he's got the distance yet again. You can see why people are talking about outtake, right? These very fast, again, extremely fast startup as well, fireballs. Good safe pressure like Johnny just has anyway.
Absolutely. And that's the big thing, right? Like, a lot of people think that Johnny Cage forcible pressure was like the main thing about the character, and outtake has just proven that that's not the case. This variation has so much more to offer, and all the universal buttons that Cage has, the back threes, the plus frames of 1, 2, 4, is mad.
Try to get something.
Oh, that's probably gonna be the hit. Yeah, I think
should be if he finishes it. No, hold on a second.
Oh, down one Rising Star. So that game was an example of, I think if you really want to rush down, there really is no time to get the totems up. Whereas, like, if you're going to play the long-range game, you have to just accept the fact that you are going to get hit by projectiles while you summon them. But it's about getting hit by a couple, because they don't do that much damage. If you get hit by a couple to have a 3-stack, and then you get the Sun Ray, they're doing no damage to you, they're not going to do any chip damage, you're going to be healing non-stop. And if you do squeeze a disc out, you do like 160 per one, right? But it requires a lot of setup. At any point, if Pulse is going to move forward, then it's a bit harder to do than it sounds. But he has made the change straight away to Jackie. A bit more comfortable, I think, in this matchup is Coach Steve. First round KO, of course.
In there immediately.
Oh, that
I
must...
think it could be safe anyway.
Yeah, that did not look like an intentional breakaway from Coach Steve. Oh, he tried to anti-air with the counter hit.
Pulse. Oh no! Well, could have been punished more. Coach Steve is in there though. Pulse. Not breaking. Allowing Coach Steve to load up the back grab part of the clinch. Typically the harder one to get.
I like the way Steve does that. Like, every time I see him play, he always does that. When he gets the first clinch, he always goes to the suplex first.
Especially mid-screen.
Yeah, definitely. It's like someone like Johnny too, that like there's only so much you can do to kind of keep him away from the corner.
Save.
Oh, oh, big jump!
That is, it's a reset anyway. Coach Steve, yes, yes! Where's he going?
Pulse the patience, he's
Remember
not
the
pressing.
difference between this and rewind pressure? Boy, this is Coach Steve just moving. Moving and grooving.
Oh, that's it! Fatal blow spent instantly. It, like, technically didn't need to, because Pulse didn't have the defensive bar, but you know what? It's 2 out of 3, gets your match point, just spend it.
It's fine.
But just spend it. Easy peasy, just instant confirm. And he obviously keeps Pulse in the corner. Pulse slowly regenerating that defensive bar. If Steve can get a big hit now, it's going to count.
Oh, stuck in the corner.
Oh!
Mandy's punish comes. Now Steve's going to have the clinch crushing blow loaded up. Oh boy, there's still no breakaway.
He's got 2 bars.
A ton of damage potential. What does he get? There actually will be breakaway if he spends it here. Yeah, okay, so I like this. He saved it. Gonna try to toss Johnny the next.
Him moving back to pick it up made the button whip.
Right.
That's such a Johnny Cage thing to happen.
Kage.
Oh. Oh.
Lovely.
Axe range at yeah too. Clean. Now Pulse. Oh no. Messed up the forceful input.
Lots of buttons here. Pulse jumps out at the perfect moment. Punish.
Good thing about that Rising Star too is it's a good ender to A, have decent damage, but you're right up in their face.
Oh, huge!
That was a huge mistake!
This actually should be for the round. Comes in with the crushing blow.
Oh, that's it. He's dead.
I think that's going to do it. Yes. And Pulse. Look, Pulse had a fantastic weekend. He beat some big names. He unfortunately goes down here, and he is eliminated. Coach Steve has qualified for top 16.
Really good showing for Coach Steve. You know, he's not one of those players that we know he's really solid at NetherRealm games, and he just hasn't had that kind of real mainstay, I suppose, huge win in the game yet. Like he's won some like local events here and there, and is capable of it for sure. Like, he's a very solid player.
He did win Summer Jam. He got
for sure
in the North as well. So it hasn't been nothing, but those were not points on the Pro Tour.
And that's more what I'm talking about, right? Like, he has won events, but like if you are a serious MK player, Pro Competition is the one that's your goal, right? That's what you strive for. And again, I'm really happy to see him pull out Bullock. In bracket, and again, I feel like he didn't just get away with stuff either. Like, he played it for a reason. He managed to find his moments to set the totems up. It's a shame it didn't work out quite well against Outtake. I think I still am a firm believer that there is a place for it to play against hard keepway, where you kind of willingly know I'm going to take a lot of projectiles to set this up, But when I get it set up, obviously the chance to kind of turn the tide instantly is always there. But whether or not you're going to want to kind of commit to that in pro competition, where you're not sure if it's going to work out that way, is a different thing entirely. And swapping to Jackie, more than enough to get the win, as obviously it's a bit more comfortable for him. But moving on, we have Honeybee and Silvereye taking to the stage, which I believe is our last match to decide top 16.
That's exactly right. So Silvereye's weekend has not been what he wanted either. He lost to Kerbolicious in pools. He then had to make it out over Emperor Rio, and since then he beat the Mighty Unjust and DJT to get here. So
yeah, quite the path.
He did lose, but since then, yeah, it's been a tough one. Whereas Honeybee sent down to losers by Dragon, as we saw, as a 2-0.
But that was a good 2 games too. Like Honeybee, especially in that first game, had a lot of moments to maybe take that one, but just wasn't quite able to close it out. Another case of 2 players that, you know, again, I do not want to sound like a broken record, but when you get to this point in the tour, it is imperative for these players. Mainly Honeybee. Silvereye is a bit further away in points than Honeybee is, but considering the fact that they are now top 16 territory, you're now looking a couple of games away from top 8, you know, if you do continue to make it work.
And, you know, in 17th place is where they end down if one of them loses. Well, when one of them loses. That's 40 points on the tour, and for comparison, Silvereye currently has 95. So, I mean, that would be significantly more, but just not nearly enough to make it into the top 12.
Yeah, which is unfortunately why we say, right, it's not enough to just get top 16, get top 8. Like you have to be in like the top 3, top 4, maybe max, to be in a situation that you can begin to think, okay, my chances of making it on the leaderboard are bad. Because
so Samij is at 12. He has 425 points. If you get 3rd, it's 400. So that would be enough for Silvereye to get above where Samij is, assuming Samij doesn't also get points, which he is. He will get points.
And that's kind of why it's so difficult for players to break into the top 12, because players in Mortal Kombat 11 are very consistent. You know, the absolute, like, if you look at the top 12 leaderboard players, most of that top 12 is usually in the top 8 for any pro competition event. So not only is the top 12 always getting points, they're at most of the events too.
That's right.
So they're constantly just adding to the point count over and over and over again. So if you're outside of the top 12, you every event have to watch the top 12, you know, build that gap even bigger, more and more and more, which does make it seem like a bit more of a mammoth task to kind of break into it. But we are going to be seeing Noob Saibot versus Liu Kang, 2 characters these players are very much known for. I feel like Honeybee really is kind of deviating away from the Devora train and is kind of just focusing on, okay, no, it's Noob Saibot.
Plain noob, yeah. And he's great with that mid-range control that you'd like to have with Noob. Whereas Silvereye just very strong with the character overall, with Liu Kang overall, great pressure.
He has a unique style of Liu Kang as well. He plays Liu Kang in a way that not a lot of other people do. I don't think he relies too much on standing 1 as a string. Obviously he does use it, but usually when I see his Liu Kang, it's a little more around. Oh, but it is actually
set it up, but Honeybee knew exactly what was coming.
Yeah, it's Wuxi Legend actually as well. I didn't even realize.
Set it up the buff first, which is gone. Ooh, that was a down 2, and it got blown up. Right into the grab here, Honeybee. And he's where he wants to be. This is the spot on screen he'd like to have. Oh, just the grab afterward, huh? Not a punish, just went for it. Took his turn in that way.
You see Rai really prioritizing getting that buff up. Gonna spend the crushing blow instantly. Honeybee forced breakaway, decides not to. Big damage coming through. Rai the lead.
Can he get that? Wow! Wow!
The knowledge from Silvereye.
Wow, that was from so far. I don't know that any other character could have done that.
I can only imagine that. Or maybe Cassie now, a 3rd variation.
Maybe, yeah.
Okay, but aside from that, no idea. I can only imagine Honeybee just...
Oh no!
Didn't realize that was...
That is down 2 crushable, chose not to.
Maybe saving it for no breakaway perhaps.
Yeah.
But slowly but surely this is getting away from Honeybee. Oh, especially with stuff like that. Ouch.
This is, well, that's gonna do it right there. No, okay.
That happens to me all the time.
Yeah, I know.
All the time.
Right.
Oh, he's about... Never mind. That was a dominant game.
It really was, yeah. The opening of it was good, and after that, it was all right.
The second that fatal blow was blocked, that was pretty much sealed the deal. That Silvereye was just like, right, now it's my turn.
Well, and that was 370 damage right before that. That was not broken away from as well by Honeybee. Setting up the buff and a teleport, as you can see. Happened before. Now B's got the corner. Let's see what he makes of this. Oh, that was good. Right, getting out of there at least. Oh, ho, ho, ho. The tables have turned. No bar spin.
No, decided not to. Ooh, okay. But has a big combo in the corner coming up now, though.
Oh, 1 and 2 spent here. Oh, B, okay. Out of the corner. And now the comeback's got to happen, and it's got to happen by really chasing down. I don't see Rai going in.
Especially with Wuxi Legend. Like, he's picked this variation because he wants to play from a distance more than usual. Oh, hang on a minute, though.
B making it happen. Maybe max screen not. I don't think it reaches.
No, definitely not.
Yeah.
Oh, and it came down.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
The Wuxi Legend mix-ups.
Round 2.
Perfect amount of health left to enforce it. So Rai takes it. Ooh, flawless
block up too. Yeah. Other side out of there. I really like the choice of the variation, actually. It allows him to have that extra threat. Of course, there's so much of that mid-screen that is controlled by what Noob can do. And yet, because of this variation, Rai's been able to play around it.
Well, that's the thing about seeing double, right? Seeing double is annoying, but the low clone doesn't go full screen. Fireballs do. Oh, hang on a minute. That's huge. Oh, and there it is.
Wow, very fast 2-0 for Honeybee. It did not work out this weekend. He needed points. He is 22nd overall, and he's going to end up getting 40. He'll be at 200. That's not nearly enough. He definitely needs more than that. Rai goes into top 16, still alive.
That's definitely a case of, you know, Rai is going to be happy with that, because Rai has kind of been somewhat up and down about the game as of late. You know, I don't think he's quite as, I don't want to say committed, because obviously he puts on the grind, but I don't think his heart's quite in the game the way it has been at times.
Maximum range.
And I think a big part of that comes from the fact that he knows that, of course, he is not really in the runnings for top 12 at the moment.
Yeah.
But getting this top 16 and getting that bit closer with big wins like this, you know, is going to be something he is going to use to kind of fuel him to get back up to where he knows he can be. Because Rai is a very, very strong player in the NRS community.
Very talented, and this guy's got a lot of stuff going on as well. You know, he's a father. He has a lot on his plate. Working, he's trying to find time to practice up and get good at the game. Not easy to do with all those obligations, and yet
absolutely
top 16 nevertheless.
Well,
so
you know he's going to be happy with that, and of course, you know, always travels with the boys. You know, they're all here together,
for sure,
supporting each other. But unfortunately for Honeybee, it looks like ECT has just fallen as another in a long line of events where close but no cigar. You know, it sucks to see it happen, because he is such a strong player, and even this weekend alone, you know, over Killer Shinnok, he had a big win. Like, he gets big wins at every event. It's just when it comes down to the final moments and it's top 16 onwards, because he's had so many top 16s, top 32s.
Yeah, you're right.
He just can't quite push past that, right? I'm not sure if there's like a mental barrier there by now, but of course it's not over. You know, there's last chance qualifier, there is NEC coming up as well, but it's getting progressively harder and harder.
Running out of time. We've run out of time for this block. We have nailed down the top 16. It will be SonicFox versus NinjaKilla. Oh, man. Splash versus Forever King. Dragon versus Scar. And Burrito versus Deoxys. And loser side, Hey George versus Han Rashid. Combat versus Kevo. Coach Steve versus Silverai. And Video Games Yo against Samij.
So this is going to be a block you do not want to miss. Do not go anywhere. But before we do get that set up,